Hey, it's the Bennington Show on a Tuesday. That's Alice Cooper, star of GPS Detroit, and also now star of Hollywood Vampires. Gail Bennington.
Yo.
What'd you think of Hollywood Vampires last night?
So good. So good. For costume alone, I would say probably one of my favorite bands going today. That's a great thing about the Grammys. You get turned on to so many cool new bands.
Well, you know, it was funny in the walk up. They were all standing there, and Joe Perry saying, classic rock is making a comeback. I'm like, comeback? It never went away. It's classic rock.
It's never gone away.
But that was her just a painful 2 songs to watch. My favorite part, though, is Bruno Mars had a look on his face as if he was just in a taco stand when a bunch of bikers just started to drive in and overrun, like, is this going to be a problem for me? I don't know if there was a highlight to last night's Grammy Awards.
No, there was much more low light than highlight, if that's a term.
I don't think it is. I don't think anyone ever says low light like that.
Well, I mean, the costumes of the Hollywood Vampires is probably highlight.
Those are clothes. Those are not costumes. Yeah.
Okay.
These are very strong 60 and 70-year-old men dressed in leather. Some, I believe, pleather in there as well.
I really enjoyed Johnny Depp's gothy train conductor hat, which is a good look.
Johnny Depp, as he put it, at least I'm not making a bad movie tonight. And came out, played. I'm sure if I was in a bar somewhere and these guys came out and you were like, oh shit, Matt Soren's here, Johnny Depp, what a fun party.
Sure.
And you're basically watching people, do some kind of a karaoke show. But to put them so deep in the Grammys, I thought embarrassed them all.
Well, here's what I will say. Alice Cooper gets a pass. This is what he's been doing for a very long time. I get it. That's him. But for Johnny Depp, I feel like if you said, you know what, I'd like to try to do this thing. I want to be in a rock band. You might want to dial back the performative, costumey thing. Since that's already all they're talking about your acting now is that all you're doing is being in costume and wearing makeup.
Tim Burton directed this last night. Tim Burton is, as he says, I don't direct, I misdirect. But I don't know. You even saying giving Alice Cooper a break. I'm sorry, then just go out and do the Alice Cooper show. Why do you need to surround yourself with a super group and then not step out of your comfort zone even slightly? He's still swinging around the cane like it's 1973. I was figuring at the end of the night these guys would go bash Dice Clay in the head. I don't know what they were up to. Nothing fucking changed there. And, Johnny Depp is a rich guy having fun. He's like that guy that owns the Knicks saying that he is a rock and roll band. It's the same fucking Dolan trick that goes down. But this was not my low light. My low light was the 7-minute Intel commercial that they said was a tribute to David Bowie. I don't know whether it was Bowie on Ice or a cruise ship production, but that Lady Gaga thing did not get it at all from me.
Here's the thing, Gaga. No one needs you to out Bowie. It's a tribute to Bowie. You don't have to feel the need to do Bowie, but bigger or more theatrical or weirder.
It was somewhere in between a Broadway and high school production of, again, let's fucking do lip sync battle and pretend that we're Bowie.
Here's the thing. The girl's got some pipes. Sit down at the piano. Sing 1 or 2 songs of his.
You know what song you gotta do? You gotta do Life on Mars.
Yeah.
Act like you're crying and everybody's gonna buy it.
Show a little, some photos of his life, a little montage, something put together nice.
We were about 2 minutes into this and I was like, man, I wish this was Bowie singing a tribute to Lady Gaga because she died. That's how fucking annoyed I was with her.
Well, here's the thing. The Bowie thing is still very raw and emotional. And for me to sit there with dry eyes, you know that this has not landed.
Exactly.
That I'm just sitting there going, what is going on?
Well, you know, the night before at Clive Davis's party, the surviving members of Nirvana got together with Beck, and they did The Man Who Sold the World. That's all you would have needed to do. Like for Glenn Frey, they put Jackson Browne in Glenn's place. They come out and do the song as is, not even showing picture after picture of Glenn holding children or whatever, trying to make us feel bad. They just said, yeah, that is it. But also that you use your tribute as a chance to sell intel. That's fucking really,
really weird.
Really bad.
Also, I don't know, was that her stage persona? Was she trying to do Bowie in that? Because there was something.
Well, Bowie, if he was Elton John, that's what she was trying to do.
Elton Bowie.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound bad when you say it together.
You know, when she came out, I thought she looked like Angie Bowie in 73. When Angie used to have that same kind of haircut as David. Like right there. That looks like Angie Bowie, 73, 74. But I don't know where all this fucking shit went. It's Broadway.
She also spent a lot of time in 80s Bowie. She spent a lot of time in 80s Bowie.
And I'm also, of course. Well, she had Nile Rodgers there. Nile didn't even know who Bowie was until Let's Dance. Now, the other thing is, I am so glad I haven't spent $850 on fucking Hamilton tickets. Because that shit did fucking nothing for me. I honestly felt like I was at a junior college.
Yeah, it seemed very broad.
I hate to come across as acting like I'm pissed at everybody because I'm probably not that mad, but I don't know what the fuck was going on. Then the other guy who won all night basically did a Hamilton act himself.
Who's that?
Fucking Kyle, fucking, what's his name? The black dude.
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, whatever. What the fuck is that act? How's that music? That should be a poetry night, period.
I feel like of the performances, it was not a bad one, considering.
That was a fucking off-Broadway slam poetry performance. You can't call that music.
I know, but maybe it's coming off of just seeing Kanye perform on SNL. And I was like, well, at least there's like some substance to this. I was very, very confused by...
Look. Another fucking poem about how hard it is to be black. I fucking get it. I've been seeing it on fucking the slam poetry jams for fucking 15 years. It's the same gimmick.
True. But, maybe it was just not as bad as some of the other. Maybe that's why it stood out to me. But
I swear to God, if you would have taken any of the poets from the past and brought them today.
Yeah.
If Alan was here, he would have said, finally, poetry is getting a shot because it's not music. It's poetry.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly rooted deeply in, lyrics and poetry. Absolutely.
It's those aren't lyrics. Lyrics have to be sung. This is just fucking spoken word with, again, in my opinion, a fucking bad Broadway production being done.
You don't like the big bonfire? It's kind of cool.
If that's where we are right now, that you have a fire and that's considered entertainment, or we're putting stages on and we're putting these cages on and to represent jail. That's theater. That's just fucking theater.
Yeah, there are very few people who are able to just stand up there and perform music. That's true. But the Grammys also asks her that. It's so crazy theatrical. Like, all the performances were so over the top.
Everybody but Adele, and then she couldn't hit a fucking note.
Yeah, I guess that was probably the roughest we've seen Adele.
Yeah, nobody expected it. And also, that was a fucking Broadway song she was attempting to sing. I don't know what that shit was. All right, let me go to the man who already has... what's his name? Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar.
I think he's already got his pants over there. Johnny.
Is this the Angry Bennington show?
I did not mean to start so angry, but I absolutely did.
They must have had a nice day off, but...
Well, I was already bummed from vinyl.
Oh, I don't even want to get in. I'm oddly intrigued by that show, but it was really hard to follow, for Christ's sakes.
Well,
I didn't have any trouble following it. I'm just going, I can't believe you've taken this premise and turned it into a regular TV show.
Yeah, it was the Wolf of Vinyl. That's what it was. It was just as kind of over-the-top, sensationalist. Like, it never really felt rooted in the time period at all.
Well, they kept going back and forth, 72, 75, 78, back to 76, back to 73.
No, they were only in 73, and then they went backwards to the 50s. They never jumped up to 78.
I lied about that part.
Well, the whole I mean, you have so many rich stories there to start it with another murder mystery where we're not even the detective, this happens in every fucking show now.
I'm not really sure why that was necessary instead of just spending time with, there's tons of drama during that scene. Tons of drama.
And I don't want to give anything away, but that guy was my favorite character. He was crazy good.
Yeah, he was good, but was that ponytail was not from 73. That fucking ponytail didn't even come around. He didn't have a high ponytail.
Right.
In 73. It's just like those kind of details is what you've got to do and then you're just like, oh, I'm driving down the road in the back of my car. Wait a minute. Do I hear hip hop being born right now?
Yeah. That kind of stuff is
moments really... somehow after English punk jumped in front of New York punk.
Well, that really bugged me because that scene is very, I am very passionate about that time period. I know a lot about that time. I don't understand, one, why they made the venue look like that. It didn't even feel like a New York punk venue. Like, if they were trying to make that CBGB's, it didn't feel like it. If they were trying to make it look like any small New York punk venue, it didn't. And then why would someone be discovering a British punk band in New York?
I think that the point that they were trying to make is that was like either Richard Hell or Johnny Thunders, right?
Okay.
But they used Jagger's kid, so naturally he's English, but you went and fucked up the timeline completely. And I'll tell you something else, you fucked up the timeline. People did not run to a New York Dolls show like they were in a Broadway play.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, everyone.
The Dolls are playing.
We're on our way to the Dolls.
And it was like stomp. They were like jumping on the car, like, get to the Dolls. Like, it was very, very strange.
Okay.
And those scenes were small yet. That was the whole point of it, was not that there was 200 kids running towards the venue all at the same time.
Right.
It was like a very small underground thing that if you were the kind of guy who would have discovered something like that, it would have been a very weird moment, not like, what have I been missing all this time?
But yet he had already been aware of the New York Dolls because it came up in a conversation, and he's sitting there watching the New York Dolls, dreaming about Jagger's kids band, and then the fucking ridiculousness of acting like the whole place came down during a concert, and he was able to
literal
rise. Yes, that was
they brought the house down, man. It was crazy good.
But I'm like, is that like some sort of supposed to be one of those bad things where he's on drugs, and now we're gonna say that
That's another good point. No one fucking acts that way when they're on coke. Nobody.
I only did one rail.
Coke, but it had that fucking heroin blast. Like, reality's changed.
Yeah.
Just, it's not fucking... These are guys who have done fucking... Scorsese's done a fucking truck full of coke in his life. Why is he fucking shooting that scene?
I have no idea. First of all, the details of ritual when they mess things up with drugs, and then when they're not even behaving like the drug, the ripping the rear view mirror off.
You could have cut that on the dashboard.
Yeah. No, it's just bump. Do anything if you're dying.
You could have put the fucking straw directly into the vial.
Anything.
By the way, I don't think people were handing out vials like that. And in 1973, no one even knew the coke was a problem. You had another 5-6 years where they were like, hey, this fucking coke thing might not be as harmless as we thought it was.
Right.
People weren't like, I'm taking coke, man. There wasn't even enough, let alone some fucking dealer down on the Lower East Side having $280 worth of fucking coke on him in $1973.
You're supposed to buy a quarter ounce.
You could have gotten a fucking apartment for fucking $75 a month. They acted like they didn't give a shit.
No, it was the.
Right, also, the man with the golden ear, and everyone's getting me off to a pissy mood today with all this stuff, but the man with the golden ear, he could tell ABBA was going to be a big fucking hit. Like, you're into the blues, but then I get ABBA, I get the fucking New York Dolls, and I get some guy who's DJing. That's going to be a new form of music that goes on. That also took another 5-6 years between anyone took DJs seriously enough to say, hey, is this music outside of tonight?
Yeah, and it's not like he was breaking any of these people. He just seemed to have all the right opinions. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, hey, I'm going to take a chance on this thing. Here's
the other thing about Jagger's kid. When he comes in and they're playing the fucking Slade record, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, still, with this. That fucking album is brand new, right? It fucking takes, and was never big in America, right? They were big in England, but got some airplay here, but never a gigantic band. So nobody was sick of them.
I also thought they kind of missed the mark, like, for the sound that he would have been turned on. I don't think it was that like poppy enough to act like, what is this playing in here? I thought that was a little off too. It's like, not only were they not big enough to be sick of, like, I think they could have come up with something a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't playing much in this country. It was fucking Glams in 73, which was basically still new.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing, it's like they didn't want to do any detail work. And I'm telling you, Dice's fucking ponytail drove me crazy. It just didn't happen.
It was like an 80s ponytail?
Yeah, at best. I mean, the fucking soccer player was wearing it in the 90s, and everybody thought it was cool. I just like they didn't give a fuck about the things they were. Why do you even need? First of all, this guy. Here's another thing that bothered me about it, and this is vinyl. And by the way, I'm not quitting. I'm staying with it for a while. But these things annoyed me. Like when the record guy was basically talking about, we ripped them off. They pay no matter what. I know a lot of record guys. We've had the heads of top record companies in this place. They do those things, but they feel like they're providing a service from their point of view.
Yeah.
Right? We handle them. We take care of them. They're children. By the way, for every hit I have 10 or 11 failures, which where's those profits go into that? Every time I get something like that. I remember, when REO Speedwagon in like 1980 had the biggest fucking album of the year. And they collected no money off of it because their last 4 or 5 albums stiffed, and they basically paid backwards.
Yeah.
Right? Those people will make a point of why that is fair. They don't think of themselves as evil people,
Yeah.
They think, hey, we're doing what it takes to make this business work. You could call them evil, but they don't believe that they're evil.
Right, and that's not trusting your audience to then say, oh, I see what they're doing is wrong to these other characters. You're saying, if I just make them act like big over-the-top villains who are like, like, we did it, we screwed you over, like, then...
But at one point, this fucking guy, who I normally like in everything that he ever does.
Yeah,
But he is acting like, I love this certain kind of R&B and blues, and I love music, and my fucking ear picks up hits. But at the same time, I'm going to rob these people blind. That's just not a motivation for a fucking character. Nor does anyone drive somewhere when someone's been on a fucking 3-day run. No one shows up in that fucking room not thinking it's going to go bad.
Right.
Johnny, I wish the fucking Hard Rock would have put this out. I really do.
You as executive producer?
Johnny is the guy who gets his head smashed in.
That was pretty gruesome. And I like the casting of Bo Dietl. That was pretty cool.
Well, all right, let's go back to the casting of Bo Dietl, right? Bo Dietl's like 60, 65 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That dude ain't in that scene in 1973. There's a fucking, at best, 30-year-old guy in that fucking position.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't, the fucking youth culture that's acting like you ran into like a lot of older guys in fucking Compton in, 1989. No, those were all kids doing that. At the oldest you're going to get is late 20s. Anyone 50 wouldn't even fucking know that this shit existed. It would be gone to them.
Right.
They're still listening to Sinatra. And by the way, Bo Dietl shows up in everything.
I just liked him. I thought he was good.
Everything this guy's on.
Oh my God, so angry. Jesus, it's tough.
You know what I am? I got off to a bad start this week. I had such a great fucking day yesterday with the My Wife Hates Me thing. And, it felt like we were at the top of the world then.
Well,
and then the Grammys hit.
That's what happened, You get to the top of the mountain. Someone's going to push you down. And it was the Grammys /vinyl.
/billions / shameless. All my shows drive me fucking crazy. I just yell at the TV. That wouldn't happen that way all the time.
Do it right.
I feel like no matter what I'm watching, it's Deadpool. You do not worry about the people because it all works out. I'm Deadpool and I talk just like Jim Carrey. I didn't get much sleep last night either. Neither did Chris Stanley. Chris Stanley and I were fucking emailing each other at 4:30 in the morning.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't sleep. I go, you don't sleep. You pass out. This is you fucking trying to fall asleep on your own.
I feel like you guys are connected, like E.T. and Elliot, like when one of you can't
I didn't see
sleep.
that. Is it good?
So good. You'll love it. But as soon as you see it, you're going to be like, that's us. I get it now.
I wish Elliot would have just said, stay here. Just talk to him that way. All right, somebody dumb wrote to us. Vinyl building collapse based on an actual event. No, it wasn't. The fucking building did collapse. That was a thing. But it wasn't a show going on.
And
that would be totally different.
Also, I know that the New York Dolls live to tell the tale, so it does not make sense.
No one would have gotten out of a building that collapsed.
Yeah.
It was they used to play in these old shitty theaters, and one afternoon it fell down. Not during a show.
Right. Not 200 young people died at a show.
What the fuck was going on with that premiere episode?
It's bananas.
And the subway was like a newer subway too, which annoyed me. Like they had like new benches and shit in it.
I noticed the bench. The bench bothered me too. I didn't want to like bring that kind of stuff because there's little details too. Like aside from if you know the music and you care about it, or you're just looking at logic. But then there was also like a lot of New York details that were bugging me.
Well, yeah. I mean, the fact. Please don't put up every fucking picture here. It just drives me nuts. The fact of the matter is, you want to be locked in with the iBang is what you want to do for your fucking job. There's a million 70s subway shots. If you want any of that film, you don't have to recreate. It's everywhere.
It seems like Scorsese should be familiar with it.
I didn't even understand it all. He directed that whole thing too.
I know.
Not even just produced. Here's our buddy Kyle. What's up, Kyle?
Ronnie B, I was calling to see what you thought about vinyl, and I agree 100%, man.
And I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to keep watching.
But that's what I thought too. Are they all going to be 2-hour episodes?
No.
Okay.
There was another thing. The guitars and the instruments that they play are all wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's details like that I'm not that I wouldn't know about. That
you don't need to be making those kind of mistakes.
Like you look at Almost Famous. Almost Famous is perfect. All the gear and everything that the guys are playing is perfect. Then this show, it was all bad. There wasn't the guitar that the blues guy is playing is like brand new. It doesn't match what he would have played back then at all.
Yeah, it just doesn't, even that thing of what to do with them and stuff. It was just driving me nuts. It was driving me nuts.
I'll probably watch a second episode, though.
I will give you this, Joey Jojo. Your guy came out. What a night of fucking just basketball gymnastics.
Yeah, it was Dunk Fest City, and Zach LaVine was the star.
I don't know if he was the star.
It was a crazy dunk competition. Each dunk, I was like, who's going to top who right now?
First, and the fact that they were such different dunkers. Did you watch this at all, Gail?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, it was absolutely fabulous. This LaVine kid out of Minnesota, he looks as if he's swimming in air. I mean, he is the smoothest fucking thing that you've ever seen in your life. And the other kid was just pure power, pure strength. But the dunk that he did, do we not have it up on the iBang? Is that what I'm finding out? Even though it was on the fucking thing the whole time that you could have checked before? So we do have it. All right. I want the one where he goes under his legs. Yeah, that one right there. No, above that. Joe, I want you to spend a little time going over the stuff with him so he knows what he's looking at.
Okay.
Now, watch this. No, that's not even the one. Go a little further on. Even though that would have been amazing.
Holy crap, though.
The next one, look at... No, you've gone past it now. There was one where he puts the ball under both legs. And I thought, I've never seen anything so fucking crazy in my life. Now, there's one. Look.
Wow.
Under both legs, not through his legs. I was watching.
That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that insane? And that guy did not win the dunk contest.
That's nuts. He moves like a dancer.
Now look at that. The guy's spinning around. He's got to catch it in time. Yeah, but he's not as smooth as the other dude. The other dude looks like he's in ballet. Now, I was watching that in a cigar bar with, I'll say, 75, 80% black dudes. And they were fucking diving on the ground. And it was one of the best nights I've had in a long time. Because the dunk contest has stunk for so many years that people, when this started, they were still bitching about it on Twitter.
Right.
Jermaine Lassier's like, what's this garbage? And then he has to go back and apologize to his Twitter squad because this thing just turned magical, man. It was phenomenal.
Wow.
Look at the power of that right now. Down between his legs and up over his head.
Yeah, he really does move like a dancer. Like,
oh, God. I let this guy from John. Do me a favor, John from Miami. Call back. I just saw him put something up. But back to back for your boy. How is he as a player? Because we never get to see any of those games here.
He's okay.
Okay, though, right?
Yeah, I think he's just okay. There's a lot of people in Minnesota who believe the hype right now, but I don't think he runs the floor or facilitates passes the way Ricky Rubio does, or a point guard right now. But he can dunk. Yeah. This guy can dunk, though.
Well, it was a fucking fun night. Look, that's him. Look how just...
It's ridiculous.
Smooth.
That's the other guy?
That's the
what the hell? How is he moving like that?
I don't know.
Oh, my God. He actually looked like he was on a track or something. It's just, like, so strange that he could, like, propel his body like that.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal night of dunking. And some of the funniest shit was Shaq was handing out nines to these guys and getting booed. Shaq will do anything to bring the attention to himself. I want to make sure John from Miami got on here because I wanted him to say this. John, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, man, what's going on? I was watching it last night, and at some point, halfway through or three-quarters of the way through, I heard Quiet Riot, one of their songs from like 1980-something, which didn't make any sense. So,
well, here's what doesn't make any sense, John. You don't understand your fucking rock and roll history at all. You need to listen to GPS. That Quiet Riot song was a remake of Slade, and that was the thing that we were talking about. So you have just brought... Here's what I think of when I think of Miami music. the Miami Sound Machine. If I'm going to start and talk about salsa, I want you to call in immediately.
Be shamed.
I literally wanted him to call back and be wrong. When I saw him hang up,
I assumed that he had a really good point, and that's what you wanted to
no, I wanted to shame him because I'm not getting much sleep. And somebody sent in the stupid scorpion dunk thing. But I feel nothing for that because you're not even in the NBA.
It's bullshit. You got to be in the dunk competition. That's what matters.
I thought it was, and this dunk is up. Watch what this.
Now, what's scorpion?
You got to use your arm like a scorpion. You see how he went behind his back? But, you know, he's a fucking gymnast, not a basketball player.
That seems like he's dislocated his shoulder to do that. Joey
Jojo
like,
said. That's how Deadpool moves.
He's the best.
Oh, Deadpool.
He talks to us directly. That's what I
you
like.
You saw it?
No, I just saw the trailers.
Well, you were the only human being on the planet Earth that didn't go this. You, by the way, the stuff that the closest one of you, I think, was 50% off.
Yeah.
Of how big that movie was.
I said $37 million.
Yeah, and then you said Zoolander was going to make 35.
It was going to be a fucking.
I told you Zoolander was going to stiff. I knew it.
Bomb City.
I think I was the highest, and I said like 65 million or something.
Yeah,
like,
and that's half what they did.
Incredibly wrong.
But yeah, Deadpool had a gigantic weekend. And they're already said they're going to make 7 more Deadpools.
Yeah.
Exactly the same as this one.
Because people like R-rated stuff now, you know? They like funny superheroes. That's their lesson from this fucking 100.
Let's see if we can get a hold of Jermaine Lassiere, because I wanted to see what he thought of Deadpool. I know Leonard Maltin made a big deal that he walked out of the screening on Zoolander. I don't know why everyone has to announce when they don't stay for a screening. There was one, I forgot the guy's name. I think he was one of like an ABC morning guy. This is about 10 years ago. But he gets up in a screening room, and you've been to screenings in New York, so you know how small they are. He gets up in the screening room as during a Kevin Smith movie, and he's like, I've had it. And then he asked all the other fucking critics to leave with him. Let's all walk out.
We can do this together, guys. We don't have to sit through this.
Tim in Stony Brook.
Hey, did anyone see Kevin Hart tie Draymond Green during the 3-point contest?
Yeah.
That totally wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what they thought the funny joke was going to be there, but you're saying, like, Green, how can you win? No matter, even if he came within 3 of you, you're like, oh, is he only 3 points away from his star? You know, no matter how you do it.
I was saying before the game he's going to do it, and my friend laughed at me, and then he tied it. I couldn't believe it.
All right, peace. All right, learning wrote best critique of the Grammys. I wish it was David Bowie doing a tribute to Lady Gaga because she had died. Retweet that, everyone. From Angry Ron. Angry, not getting a lot of sleep, was injured Ron over the weekend. All right, so this is it. It is the Bennington Show. We are live. We're in living color today. Again, thanks to Voss and Bonnie. And that great My Wife Hates Me broadcast that we ran yesterday. Thank you for letting us run that on our show because it was, was such a big one. You know, with everything going on with Donald T. Rump, and he's fighting all the Bushes now.
Yes.
It's that thing like there's always a family in your neighborhood that when you're fighting one, you end up having to fight the entire family. There was one fucking family that it would be worth it just to fucking take the fucking collar during the first fight so you don't have 7 more fights with that family.
Squash this fucking thing.
So Bush 43 came out, and this was my favorite thing he did. Donald Trump seems to be saying a lot of stuff about our family right now, but my father had a great line. Labels are for soup cans. And you're just like, well, number one, your father didn't invent that fucking line. Okay? Number two, No one voting today has ever seen a soup can. That's from the 50s. And then number 3, it doesn't even fit this fucking situation.
I don't think that applies. Great line, but I don't think it applies.
So there's some beef on Donald Trump, literally beef on Donald Trump, that he ate a well-done steak, and that this could be the thing that does him in. I wouldn't expect anything but out of Donald Trump.
He definitely seems like he looks like a well-done steak.
I
so
see
it makes
him as
sense.
a well-done steak, a shrimp cocktail, and a slice of iceberg lettuce.
He's old school. That's what he does.
But of everything, now this is going to be the thing that takes him down. We can't trust a man who doesn't know how to eat meat properly.
Hey, Bunny, what's up?
Hey, I'm not Jermaine, but Deadpool, I was a little disappointed. I could have sworn when he took his mask off, I was going to see Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Well, he was doing that voice the entire time.
It was like he was doing an impression. It was odd. I can't believe they let him do that.
Well, here's the deal, though. Anyone who's like a fan of this probably doesn't even remember Ace Ventura. You know what I mean? You get to do it for a new generation.
Right.
That's right. And then all the jokes in the movie, well, not all the jokes because, but my husband and I, we took our teen boys and was like, well, we asked them afterward, did you get this joke? Did you get this joke? And they're like, no, it was because they didn't get the reference on half the show.
Well, first of all, every joke was done in the same tonality. So it was like this. You look like shit that got puked on, ate the puke, and then shit back it out. Yeah, like, it's the same fucking rhythm of that joke.
Right.
And looking up and acting like somebody looks like a celebrity.
And I love TJ, and I loved everybody in the movie. But I was disappointed. But
All right, hold on. Here's Jermaine Lassier. Let's see if he believes it to be awesome balls. J-Baby.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Big weekend for Deadpool.
Crazy. Unprecedented. Never saw that coming.
Well, here's why I think they did such a great job. Because this guy, Ryan Reynolds, realized that this was his last shot in life. And he's been making those viral commercials online for how long now? A year?
Yeah, I mean, like, Comic-Con, they started doing it, so that was July, but before that, people were already hyped. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about the movie in a sec. No matter what you think of the movie, the marketing was insane.
It was great. It was phenomenal.
I don't know about New York, but in LA, you drive down Sunset Boulevard, and there was a billboard that was a picture of him hugging the girl and said, Deadpool, love comes back, or something, and make it look like a Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah.
And then, like, down there, and then a little further down, there's an emoji of, like, like a skull with it and the shit, and then so it's Deadpool. Oh, and it was just like they were doing so crazy. They really just went out there, and
yeah, they did it for a long time, and he did them himself. It wasn't like the star of the movie wasn't involved with these. He was, but I'm going to tell you, I haven't seen your review yet, Jermaine, but I'm going to say just 4 words to you, okay?
Yes.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. It literally was kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Really?
Yeah.
I got 2 more words for you. Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought I enjoyed the movie. I had fun with it, but I don't think it deserves the crazy over the top praises. I'm glad it did really well because anytime Hollywood takes a quote unquote risk and it pays off, that should mean better movies down the line. But I agree with the caller. I was a little disappointed. I mean, it felt like it was a movie that if Mel Brooks was 40 years younger, he would have made that movie today. It's like he breaks the fourth wall. He's making all these crazy jokes. He's making pop culture references. And people are like, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like this. And I'm like, what about Kick-Ass? What about Kingsman? What about The Crow? What about Watchmen? I mean, those aren't obviously comedies, really, a little bit. But it was, Deadpool was just really this character that the fans have been really, really wanting. And the movie hit a real demographic that doesn't go to the movies anymore. The sort of, under 25. And so yeah, I it's crazy that was a big hit, but I don't love it. And I think I think we'll see more weird stuff in the sequel. I also thought it wasn't that dirty. I mean, it's dirty,
right?
But if you listen to Opie and Jimmy one day, it's about 50 times worse than that. You know what I mean? So,
hey, come on.
In a good way.
Come on. I was wondering this too. Could this be like Last Action Hero, where it actually hurts the genre more than helps it, because everyone is like, oh yeah, they do these cliches over and over?
I think they're too far in with the more straightforward thing, Marvel and DC. I think, and even Fox, I talked to the writers for this movie, and they were like, well, if the movie's a hit, I don't know how Deadpool fits into the X-Men movies. They're like, in this movie you can take X-Men characters and put them in his movie, but Deadpool doesn't show up, and so like Cyclops is shooting something, Wolverine's killing the guy, and Deadpool turns to the camera and goes, we're in a fucking X-Men movie, this is crazy. Like, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's
Bryan
crazy.
Singer's universe. So
I didn't realize, so it parodies, it's like self-aware?
Yeah.
Does it break the fourth wall?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff? Okay.
Yeah. In the middle of an action scene. Like, you don't worry that Deadpool is not okay.
Because he's so silly and, well, first of all,
he's Bugs Bunny. He's
right.
just running around, enjoying life while all this bad shit is happening. But I agree with everything G-Baby said. The fucking marketing they did was P.T. Barnum. I mean, it was fucking really, really smart. And they did bring the Rubes into the town, follow the elephants, and they're running after it. And the movie is like the last important thing to the whole deal,
Right. It's much more.
It might be perfect for a Donald Trump age, as I like to say.
It's actually crazy, too, because the script for the movie, an early version of the script, has been online for about 6 years. It leaked like super early. And fans really liked it, and that kept the movie beating. Like people were like, oh, what about that Deadpool movie? And then like 2 years ago, they shot, 3 or 4 years ago, they shot some test footage, and then that leaked about 2-3 years ago, and then the fans got so crazy about it. That's sort of what gave Fox confidence to make the movie. But if like that happened on Star Wars or a Marvel movie, like the script leaked, somebody would die. Like they would start killing people at the studios.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting that this movie not only tries to break these rules in the movie, but in the making of it, it broke every rule. Like the whole movie was out there. You can read the script right now, and it's basically, the $80 million version of the $50 million movie we saw. It's very interesting.
I think the thing is does this kind of hurt a kind of a clunkier Batman versus Superman? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, does this just show how these guys are trotting along with this 1930s, morality play? I don't know. Maybe
it will open people's eyes too. Well, I mean, it's been a long run too. The superhero run that we've been on. It's been going on a while.
Yeah, it's up there with the westerns that probably ran from the 20s to the early 60s. I mean, you can get a really long genre run like that.
What was really at the beginning? I mean, obviously the Batman movies, but that wasn't when it started. When it was it the Spider-Man movies being so big?
I guess you could probably say the 02 Spider-Man, and then and then it was probably then Spider-Man 2, 3, Batman Begins in 05, but really 08. So those are sort of the beginning, and then 08 was Iron Man and The Dark Knight. So that was sort of 08 is sort of the huge start of it. But yeah, I would say 02 to 08 was sort of beginning phase, and then it sort of went on from there.
Because it's still predominantly, it feels like the movies that are out there that do well. It's a long run that it's been going on where that's what America wants to be watching.
And we have movies scheduled through 2020 at this point, but
the rest of G-Baby's career is going to be spent talking about these movies. How you liking the new gig?
Star Wars.
You like
the new gig's gret.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, it's great. We officially like a month ago merged with Gizmodo, so now it's even a bigger site. Yeah, today's a tough day. I can't listen to the show because I'm about to go to Universal Studios and check out the new Harry Potter land. Somebody's got to do.
Oh, all right. Should be a magical roller coaster.
Exactly. It'll be very exciting.
All right, well, have a great day, buddy.
All right, you too, buddy.
Take care. That's Jermaine Lassere. He's in the middle of everything. And
he writes for io9.com. io9. io9.
.com. .com means that he's on the internet.
Yeah.
That's how I know how to find him.
Yeah.
I just go ahead and plug in that .com. Takes me where I need to go.
Ted, Providence.
Hey, guys, $1,000,000.
Hey, million.
So I don't know if you guys saw this, but apparently Donald Trump tweeted out that JebBush.com, the license expired, and Donald Trump bought it. So now JebBush.com redirects to DonaldJTrump.com.
I'm gonna fucking go and look.
I want this to be true.
It's true.
Oh my God.
It's fucking true.
Oh my God.
Oh, what a fucking troll. He's the best.
He's a bully on the schoolyard.
Yeah, he
He's so funny, dude. He was so funny. And watching him in the debate over the weekend, just kind of like settling into this heel character and not like unwavering.
No, he don't give a fuck.
You know, there's no panic. You know, you can see the panic in the rest of those guys. They say something, it doesn't get a big applause break, or they seem to stumble with what they're saying. He just settles in. He's like, I'm going to say this. You can boo me if you'd like. I mean, that debate was definitely the most entertaining one so far. Like, if you could just sit back and just look at what was going on, the drama between him and Jeb and the way Jeb was coming off in it, it really was like a little kid.
Well, he's
like,
got them all screeching now.
Yeah.
Everybody but Kasich is at a screech and a freak out and a it almost reminds you is like when someone's dad or mom tells them to stand up to the bully and they try to, but they got no street
it doesn't
sense and like, I don't fear you, know, that type of thing. But I was watching Jeb on that Showtime, circus show where they're following this, and he's with a grandchild and he's walking around some fucking, place where you get coffee at the Holiday Inn. And he's looking back. He just looks exhausted. He's like, could you ever believe that we'd get to a day where the candidate running for president of the United States is going to be using the F word and the S word and the P word? You know what I mean? And you're just like, you couldn't see him like more of a fucking nerd. Like maybe
couldn't. Oh my God. And he brings that out in him so much. Like, I don't think that that's something that you would notice if you had just a regular bunch of politicians up there debating. Cause they're all a little nerdy in their own way.
Right.
But he has a way of bringing it out so much in Jeb. Like, to the point that Jeb had to say during the debate, like, I'm tired of you making fun of my family. Like, it's just such a crazy thing to have to say in the middle of the debate. And then when he said, he's going on about why he's defending his brother, why he's defending his dad. My dad is a great man. People applaud. And he's like, and my mother is one of the strongest people I know. And then Joe just goes, well, then she should run. And it's like an SNL parody of how these two would interact with one another.
He actually even said on a different night, your mommy can't help you here. And that's the shit that gets said on playgrounds all over America.
And then from there, he's taken away all of Jeb's power. And then Jeb's only way to fight back is, I invited you to that thing with my brother. And now I'm taking back that invitation. And you can't look cool saying that. You can't look, well, I guess you're not invited anymore. He's just looking like, I don't care.
Howard, Tennessee.
Yeah, I think the reason Donald Trump is so everybody likes him is because he is saying what people want to say, and it's not politically correct.
First of all, I doubt that he's saying what people want to say. I think we get a kick out of him saying it. But no Republican ever blamed 9/11 on Bush. Not one.
I do, and I can tell you why.
Were you a Republican?
Yes, sir.
Well, then where were you in 2002 where I could have used you? None of you motherfuckers did anything but call him a hero. He had a 91% fucking approval rating after 9/11.
Yeah, it was
91%.
Yeah, I really don't think that most I mean, maybe he's saying something that you find interesting now, but he's definitely saying things that I don't think most Republicans are thinking.
Well, because, the one thing that they're right when they rip him on is he's not really a Republican.
Right. Correct. That is true.
He's a Trumpian. He's not liberal.
No.
He's not progressive. He's only been about himself. And I mean, I get that people find him funny. I find him fucking funny. I think this whole thing is a blast. I think he's doing a great job. I hope he drives this whole society off a cliff and we're all screaming as we're fucking heading down. Because that's the beauty of it.
He has the ability to just make you not want to stop watching him. That's the problem with it, is that whether you agree with him...
It's a reality show.
Or disagree.
That's what he came out of.
That's exactly what he's doing. That he was up there, and it was wrestling during the debate. Like, he reminded me of, like, Bobby Heenan up there. Even the way he was reacting to the booze. Like, he would, like throw his head around, like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, it was like he was just as comfortable with that as he was when they would cheer for him.
When he came out and he looks at the people of South Carolina like this. Well, you fat, lazy, good for nothing, chicken eating, barbecue sucking, ham and eggers. This is the first time you've seen a real billionaire in your life. I'm from Hollywood. And you, chicken scratching, fart sniffing. Never boo.
Not correct.
The only, but you're right. It doesn't throw him. He doesn't give a shit. The guy will walk out in front of 10,000 people with no notes on a daily basis and just wing it. We've been stuck with people doing the Rubio same line over and over.
Right.
This is why Rubio got caught with his pants down. He didn't know that wasn't happening anymore. He fucking just showed up, still listening to Poison after fucking Nevermind came out. That's what happened to him. He's got a mullet. He's fucking in a Trans Am, and he's listening to Poison the first day of school after everybody went grunge.
Well,
the year before, he would have been cool.
Could you imagine how frustrating it is for the other candidates who feel like the difference between when they struggle or stumble and he does is entirely different because he's being put to different standards? Like, those other candidates are up there and they're having to recite treaties of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict.
We're gonna do
and they're
it.
trying to talk about Shiites and they're trying to sound as connected and knowledgeable, and he is not held to those standards at all. It's awesome.
He had this line the other day and people went crazy for him. He said, the president of Mexico says he's not paying for the wall. Well, guess what? The wall is being built 10 feet higher now because of that. And everyone went fucking batshit. Yeah, do it higher. All right. Do
it. No, what does he think that he's going to be like? Damn it, 10 feet higher.
And everyone's like, why did you do that to us? We had a 20-foot wall. Now it's a 30-foot wall. Please be quiet about this. All right.
Pay for the wall, okay?
This is Donald Trump's fucking tweet. Jeb forgot to renew the rights to his domain for his website. Guess who bought the website? And then he has a link to jebbush.com.
Holy fuck!
It's genius. Oh my god.
There's no one better than Donald Trump.
It's crazy. It's so utterly entertaining. That's why, I think Iowa was so depressing because we were like, wait, we thought we had these two really extreme candidates. We've gotten used to hearing them say things that we're not used to hearing politicians say.
Tim Knight wrote this. Trump is just a New York liberal with the same value. He'll lie his ass off to get what he wants. I would never say that he was a liberal. He's just not a fucking conservative. He's a guy who's on Trump's side. He's everything the Republican, that one part of the Republican Party likes.
Right.
You have this two-faced monster to the Republican Party. You got the fucking people who just want the Bible to be up everywhere and for them to be able to take the Bible into a school and just start reading, you know?
Right.
Then you got the other Republicans who just want every fucking dime they could get. Those guys, to me, they're New Yorkers. I know a million people who are just like, I don't want to pay any taxes, and I want to grab money, and I want to just fucking never have anyone check to see if my product works.
And they will pander to the other side to
Yeah.
say, oh, yes, I'm with you. I totally agree with you because we can all go under the same umbrella. But
Right.
they're not actually alike.
Yeah, we want your vote. It's like liberals do to black people. Like, yeah, we care about you. We'd never be caught in your neighborhood, but we love you. Clinton is the only one. Bill Clinton is the only one who he goes driving through any town.
Oh, yeah.
And feels good about it. I know he put that office up in Harlem, and I don't think ever went back. It was really the beginning of the gentrification of Harlem, too, when Clinton put that office where people are like, hey, maybe it is cool up here.
Clinton's there.
Nope.
He seems to be doing well with it.
Trump is just a New York liberal with the same values. Bum, bum, bum.
I definitely don't think he has the same values. He's definitely a New Yorker, but I like.
He's a casino guy.
He's a fucking casino and golf course owner.
You know, I know.
What the fuck?
Remember how many just stupid fucking products he slapped his name on? Do you ever remember when there was a Trump Airlines that was just running? Yeah, it was just running from New York to Atlantic City. And like the second day they were open, the thing came in missing a fucking tire and just skimming across the runway. He had, I think it was called Trump Ice, which was water.
Yeah.
I remember the water.
The steaks, the frozen steaks that would be shipped to your home.
Yeah.
All these things disappeared. He had the fucking tacky ties. He had a Trump University where you could act like you were becoming a realtor by studying his ways.
I'm going to be a mogul thanks to Trump.
I got in. Mom, I got in.
He had
Trump
Trump the Game Show, which was some kind of weak ripoff of fucking somewhere in between Monopoly and Candyland. This thing is great, though.
Can you imagine the panic of the Jeb Bush campaign right now when they saw this tweet?
Oh, fuck! No! You know who does that? Like radio stations used to do this shit to each other back in the shock jock days. And Jeb is just like this. I don't understand who was supposed to pay for that domain name.
Go, Daddy.
Does that mean he's getting all of our votes?
Oh, Jeb's a fuck up. So fucking funny.
Poor bastard.
Fuck him. You know what I mean? You just can't. You can't come in weak, dude. That's your fucking fault.
Screaming, don't attack my family. When
I'm going to tell you something right now, too. We're talking about the Republican Party themselves. They don't like Trump, and they don't like Cruz, and they're stuck with both these fucking idiots.
Yep.
Good.
And Ben Carson the other night basically looked like he had fucking passed away. It was like Weekend with Bernie, where somebody just fucking walked his body up there.
First off, let me say thank you for asking me a second question in the debate.
I'm exhausted. I don't even know where my clothes are. Hillary went fucking crazy, too. There's a thing up where Hillary was barking like a fucking dog. I don't even understand it, but she was saying something along the line of every time a politician dies, a dog should bark.
Right.
Did we put that up? Is that on the iBang, or do we got to go out and find it? Okay, so Go and just put Hillary Barkin. Here she is. And you just got I don't know where her fucking crazy head is at. I guess worried that the FBI's following her around like the fucking TV show Billions.
They're on her ass.
Yeah. Could you talk to somebody from the IT department to come in and fix this? If it happens another fucking day, I feel like I'm just going to go crazy.
My husband through all of his races in Arkansas. And I one of my favorite political ads of all time was a radio ad, rural Arkansas, where the announcer said, wouldn't it be great if somebody running for office said something, we could have
with an
immediate reaction as to whether it was true or not? Well, we've trained this dog. And the dog, if it's not true, he's going to bark. And then the dog was barking on the radio. And so, people were like barking at each other for days after that. I'm trying to figure out how we can do that with the Republicans. We need to get that dog and follow them around, and every time they say these things, like, the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation. I think we could cut right through a lot of their their claims.
Good boy. I was not following a lot of that.
No.
Gibberish.
Here's Kendall in Texas. We'll try again. Go ahead, Kendall. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Trump definitely owns the website now, but Jeb never owned it. It wasn't like he didn't pay his bill. A group in Florida had bought it, and apparently they didn't even think it was worth trolling him, and Trump finally offered enough money, so they sold it to him. But it's funny that Trump paid for it and Jeb didn't. But also look at TedCruz.com. He doesn't own that site.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, these Republicans, they just don't understand the internet. Of course, makes sense. Al Gore invented it, and he's a Democrat. So.
Okay. Here's Ken. I don't know if that joke was even slightly funny in 2000, but it's already 16 years into it now.
Terrible.
I don't know. Maybe we laughed in 2000. I can't imagine.
I don't remember laughing too much about it.
Here's Ken. Ken, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, I was just phoning. I was watching the news this morning, and they showed Mark Rubio's new ad. And it's actually a picture of Vancouver, British Columbia as an American city.
How do these guys fuck up every ad they do?
God.
There's fucking hookers in these things. There's just I forget. Trump showed shots out of Spain or something. They're just fucking terrible. But Vancouver is a beautiful city, so at least that works.
It's nice. Yeah, look at that. It's nice.
Why don't you show the same fucking ad but with Newark in it?
I don't know.
Yeah, none of us do, buddy. It's all coming down. This is my favorite fucking thing on right now. This is a dad wearing a GoPro camera, and he and his kid are skiing off the course. And you'll see how, kind of dangerous that is. So they're both skiing along here, and he lets his little boy go out in front of him.
Right.
Into this incredibly loose snow. Up on the I-Bank now. It's actually, of course, flat out fucking terrifying.
So this is like new snow when it's all it's not.
It's not even just new snow. The snow is like 6-7 feet deep,
right? And
fucking loose. We gotta wait for the commercial to
wait for it to come around here on a guitar.
Yeah, and when it does, hey Joe, we ought to have a thing where we know what we're going through. It's something that you can look into. All right, bring up the sound. Look how proud the dad is. And there the kid just disappeared in the middle of that.
Oh, my God.
Now, listen close.
You okay?
Fuck!
Ethan! Heads up! It's okay, it's okay. Here we go. Here we go. I got you.
Under all that snow.
Where's your glove? Where's your glove? Where's your glove? Okay. You okay? Okay, okay. Okay. Hang on. Be safe. Okay, you alright?
Right. Holy sh**.
Dude, swear, man.
He went to religion. Holy blank.
So.
Oh my God.
That's amazing, right? The kid just disappears under all that snow and is just screaming because he's suffocating.
That's like a nightmare. The sound of your child, like muffled voice. It's like out of Poltergeist. Like he's in the TV. That was so scary.
It's up on the iBang as father wearing camera while skiing saves son from monster hole in snow. That's a long title. But how much fun you can have 1 second and then your kid disappears. Now, do you even do skiing in Minnesota or you have no hills?
Yeah, we do, but we have to go into valleys along like the river bluffs in order to create our
I've never
skiing.
even heard that. So you're, well, what is it, like 8 feet of ski slope that you have?
Yeah, it's really small. It's tiny. But yeah, people ski and snowboard there regularly.
Boy, he loves Minnesota.
He does.
Love it.
He loves it so.
Why'd you leave?
Because I like it here more.
But you're so prideful.
Yeah, look, this is their shitty fucking hills in Minnesota. It's nothing.
Your shitty hill.
I don't know. I think it looks pretty nice.
It sounded nice for me.
See, that's not even a hill. That's them at fucking sea level, and that's a hole. So there's a difference between a hill and a hole. Probably some of it that they dug.
Oh my God, that was so scary, that kid.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Also, you have to be the kind of, it's a good lesson to learn how to be a parent, to be calm enough to not just immediately go into panic and like ripping your gear off and diving into the snow.
I'm sorry, son.
He's dying.
Come back to me.
Oh,
but you know what? There's so many
scary.
places to fucking ski. What are you doing taking your little boy off fucking course like that?
I know. It looked dangerous even with the amount of trees. It was doing a lot of dodging there.
Yeah, they actually call it tree skiing, I think is the name of it. But the tree was probably the problem of why he went into that fucking pit, but also the thing that kind of saved him, too.
It's so
He
weird.
just disappears there.
Because it looks like, oh, has he gone down a hill or something? But you realize he's just vanished in deep snow. And imagine if he hadn't heard him calling, you'd probably still be going down the hill. Like, where the hell did he go? You would think he like made a turn or.
Did I never send the update this morning? The new stuff? This is
I didn't get the.
God, I'm an idiot.
Don't blame yourself.
No. And then I don't get the late night stuff. So who else would I blame?
I know. Me, I guess. For being a late night Johnny.
Well, hey, something came in, so that was good. Jason Pierre's X-ray is up on the iBank today. And seriously, I mean, I don't know how you can't laugh at it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
There's his missing fingers.
Oh, God.
My favorite part of the X-ray is the giant bloated middle finger. The freak
Oh, God.
fucking disfigured finger.
What's going on with the thumb? The thumb's
It's
just
gone.
completely gone. And the index is like a clean break. It almost looks like not, but the thumb looks exploded. Like completely exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was incinerated by a fucking firework.
Oh my God,
moron.
you're right. That middle finger is so super swollen because you're seeing the outline of it. Oh God, why are you messing with fireworks when you need your hands for your job
Well, everyone needs their hands for their job.
and for life?
You could even just left it as why do you need fireworks? Because really, we have people to do that for us.
A lot better than anything we can buy at the store. Like, even the expensive fucking fireworks shit at like a fireworks store still looks shitty.
I know. It's always terrible in your backyard. I mean, it's only good to throw at your friends.
It's only good for hurting. That's all it is. It's not entertaining just to fucking light off some shitty firecrackers. Fucking Jason Pierre-Paul, you asshole.
It's fucking hilarious, though. That should be... I mean, it's almost like the third day of Hanukkah is what it looks like. We've got a couple burned down candles.
They should just slap that as a PSA on every piece of fucking fireworks that's sold in the country. He can make some money for himself. God knows he's not going to get much work in the NFL.
I don't know. I saw him get a sack this year.
Yeah. I mean, he stayed, but he has that weird ball hand now.
What did they do for the hand? What did
They
they
just
do?
wrapped it up like it was in a... Just so much... is it gauze? Is that the name of it?
Gauze, ace bandages.
Yeah, that it looks like it's a boxing glove.
Is he getting any, like, prosthetic there? Are they rebuilding anything?
No, this isn't $6 Million Man. This is real life.
Oh, God.
Four-fingered fucking freak hand.
The Lindsey Vonn pics are up from the swimsuit edition of SI. And this is more of the we're painting her body and treating it. She's totally naked there.
Damn.
But there's paint on her body. So to me, it's a bathing suit. I can't see the difference.
Yeah, it's just like a bathing suit that's a little bit nipplier than usual.
Very nipplier.
That's what it
I think, I mean, they do this with women all the time. Ronda Rousey is part of that. By the way, did you see the Ronda Rousey commercial with Amy and Seth Rogen last night?
Yeah.
Not that it's Amy Rogen, but I didn't say Amy Schumer's last name. But you can't do we found the toughest person around, Ronda Rousey, when we saw her just get her ass beat.
I just got a spy report from the New York Post app. Ronda Rousey says that she was suicidal immediately after losing that fucking fight. That she would contemplate.
Anybody who fucking paid for that should have been suicidal.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're suicidal, you fucking do it. But you know what? These sprayed it on fucking suits would be funny to see him do it to a dude.
Looks so real.
Yeah. Except for the cock and balls. Everything else looks like a pair of jeans.
They just look so tight, though. It's the world's tightest jeans.
Ronda
Or like
Rousey's
cutoffs.
pictures are up naked, but spray painted on the iBang as well. That's this whole year. And then they got a plus size model.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the big fucking thing.
Yeah.
But can I just say something? So white. Everybody's so white.
Sports Illustrated so white.
Yeah. I need to see black people in every fucking given moment of the day.
Black Miles Matter.
This is the plus size one in the middle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's foxy.
Yeah. Well,
Fox.
I mean, she's what, 10 pounds overweight tops? Yeah. She's nice and curvy. Plus size, you got to go in the middle of the country, grab one of those women. One of those people that fucking needs the scooter to get around the Walmart. Put her naked on the fucking cover. Then we'll have something. It's actually, there's 3 pictures and really only 5 pieces of clothing.
There's not really much between them.
Yeah. But she isn't that plus size.
No. She's plus size for a model, not really plus size for life.
It's 1.5 because 1 is painted. So you get a painted person, plus size model.
She's the most clothed.
Yeah.
Why did they paint her?
Jesus covered in Subway wrappers. But no, that is not there. That is not a person that you will look at and say, "Oh, she's heavy." She's only plus sized in the world of 8-pound models.
Right. In the world where a 0 to 2 is average and anything more is
that
excessive.
None of those numbers mean shit to us. We never understand them.
Yeah, that's true. You know what the truth of it is? They don't mean shit to anyone because it's just the idea of it. It doesn't really mean anything. There's not enough of a standard in women's clothing.
Like a shoe size.
Yeah,
a shoe size, we all know.
Yes.
If someone says, "Oh, he wears a size 11 shoe," we all go, "I can picture that."
Right.
immediately."
I get the idea of that.
I know. But with women's clothing, they don't have that kind of standard.
No, there is an idea of a standard, and yet it doesn't mean anything. You could be 3 sizes smaller in one place than the other. I don't really know how they get away with it. It's very annoying. But even a shoe company, like a women's shoe company, they'll say, like, oh, it's a size 6.5, but it runs small, or these run wide. And it's like, well, then you've done the wrong job. You have not hit the industry standard. This is your problem.
All right. When we were little kids, they would open up the bowling alley on early Sunday mornings and let us have them. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they would give you girls' shoes because every little kid in the fucking town showed up, right?
Right.
And they would say, what are you fucking wearing? You would say like a 6 or whatever. And they would say, I think it was like, this is a girl's 8. It's and you're like, I'm not putting on girls' shoes. And the dude would be like, they're fucking bowling shoes. You're playing for free. I don't know what deal they had with the townships.
Great deal.
But they would try to put you in girls' bowling shoes all the time. And I remember that they were a different number than boys' shoes.
Right.
Is that still true to this day?
Still to this day.
I didn't know that.
A woman's 7 is different than a man's 7.
Is it bigger or smaller?
So... yeah, a woman's 7 would be smaller than a man's 7.
Yeah. So what really is a woman's 7 is a guy's 9. So if a woman says, I wear a 7, which would be small, tiny feet for a man, they're actually a 9.5.
I didn't realize that. Holy shit.
And men's feet are wider, obviously.
Yes. Men, I think that more proportionately they have a wider, stereotypically, not for everyone, but...
Well, men's feet are literally cubed. They're just as wide. This reminds me of something. So the other day, I'm at a fucking coffee shop. I get introduced to a woman, right? Everything about her was regularly proportioned. But when she went over to shake my hand, go ahead, shake my hand.
Yeah.
Her hand itself was so thin, right? Okay. Now I even looked down and her hands were regular size.
All right.
But the girth of her hand was like 2 fingers. So when I grabbed it, it felt like I was shaking a long ruler. And I couldn't wait till I left so I could shake her hand again just to see if I was crazy. But I almost did what the fuck is with your... I had to stop myself by saying, what the fuck is with your hand?
I have a friend who has incredibly tiny hands, just as tiny as can be. She's taller than me, but her hand is
Men love that.
Smaller than mine. It's so frighteningly tiny. And I remember when I introduced her to another friend, I've known her for many years. It's not something that I think about all the time. It's just something that I know about her. And I introduced her to a friend, and she put her hand out and shook his hand. And he immediately has snapped and looked at me like, why wouldn't you warn me, face? Like, why would I need to warn you that she has tiny hands? Well, he was very upset with me that I had not given him some sort of warning.
If you see a woman with tiny hands, immediately get it around your penis because you want your penis to look gigantic.
But
it is funny to. I had a radio partner in Florida, and he was weirded out by people missing fingers. It just freaked him. It was like a phobia. And anytime we were around our listeners, it was fucking Florida. Someone either had a finger that was torn off, bitten, or whatever. And I would go, I want you to meet him. So I would bring him over, and I'd go, oh, yeah, Ronnie, this is blah, blah, blah. And he would literally go, oh! And then it would be funny, and later he'd go like this, you keep fucking doing that shit to me, man. Yeah, I get it. It's fucking funny, but it's gotta stop, all right? You've done it like 19 times. You got 19 fucking laughs. Let's just end it here. And anyone that I could ever fucking find that was missing a finger, I'd bring him over, and he'd fall for it every time. Every fucking time. It's fucking great. It was fucking amazing. Hey, good news. Remember, everybody was complaining that they weren't making the Rey Star Wars doll.
Yeah.
Hasbro has put that out now.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing that you have been putting the bro in Hasbro.
Well, here's what they did. They put out the Rey and Princess Leia dolls. They each come with little vacuum machines, rolling pins, and mops, miracle mops.
These are supposed to be the heroes of the movie. Why are they?
Well, listen to this. This is what happens when you pull the string on these things. This is what the little girl heroes say.
Help me, please. Please, I'm helpless.
It is the bit that gets the kids out there. Just a nice, quiet, I don't know how to be a hero.
I need a man.
So much fun.
Please, save me.
All right, let's break here. We're right back. This is Bennington. The music down, bum, bum. It's Bennington. I'm Bennington, Gail Bennington.
Yo.
Chris Stanley Bennington, Joey Jojo Bennington.
Yo.
Who feels good because his state won. Slam dunk.
Woo! He feels great about it.
Dunk City has a new home, and it's Minnesota.
Oh, it took forever to get there.
I know.
And Dunk City itself was like was fucking done 5 years ago.
Yeah, I grew up doing layups. I was in Layups Township.
It's the only fucking thing you could do as a layup. You and Bernie Sanders have the same fucking shot.
Same run.
There's a story up on the iBank today about kind of wasting the Grammy on Louis C.K. because he admitted it was kind of a throwaway album for him. Who else was up for the Grammy besides Louis?
It was.
I know Jay Moore was.
Yeah.
Lisa Lampanelli, Wyatt Cenac, and Craig Ferguson.
Where that was that Louis at the Comedy Store, right?
At Madison Square Garden.
At Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that was the one at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah. So he was saying it was not one he had put much effort or...
Didn't really think about it too much. He said he used material from the Comedy Store one, said it was badly produced. He really, he just put it out there like he does to his fans. And that goes to show you the Grammy people aren't listening to the album. They're just like, oh, Louis C.K., he's got a great TV show.
Yes. They're like, how this is a name that will be good for us. Let's definitely make this happen. They want to look relevant more than probably.
Well, I mean, if it's just a name that you recognize and you don't, if someone brings up, jazz albums and they say Wynton Marsalis, you're like, oh, I know him.
Right.
That's when I know, I'll write that down. Oh, no, these other dudes.
I mean, weren't they saying that kind of issue happens in the Oscars as well?
It happens to everybody, yeah. It just happens in life. It happens when you go to vote. You're like, I don't know who are these people running for judge, but there's a Greenstein at my work, so I'll give that person a vote. It's just weird things that we do. That's why you're like, I don't know who that is, but I saw my neighbor had the sign up. So, looking for him, because I saw the sign in my neighbor's yard.
Yeah, and she makes great macaroni salad, so makes sense.
That's up on the iBang. Louis C.K. wins another comedy Grammy, but should he have? Well, we know who our listeners would have picked. I don't think it would have been that. But I'd like to see him win. I don't know. Are they still doing Webby Awards for Horace and Peep?
I believe their Webby's still around.
What was the one that Dave went and got into trouble? Was that
the Shorty Awards? The
Shouty Awards that he ran on stage, started trouble.
Right. Now, what is the Shorties?
The Shorties was for best tweeters, basically.
Okay.
Multiple categories of different kinds of tweeters.
It's all about tweeters.
Short content, I get it.
Nominated in the weird section.
He not only wanted to win, for some reason he expected to win. So, well, I was trying to think, what was the name of his high school band? Was it Men Without Ears? Men with Ears. It was Men with Ears.
Men.
Because I saw that Nicole Atkins had put out a Bowie tribute. They got a lot of hits. And for some reason, Dave is still jealous of her.
Oh, yeah.
Because he claims his band, I believe Men Without Ears, beat her in a high school battle of the bands. And now she's going on doing great for herself.
And she doesn't even say she's from Jersey anymore when she's on stage. She'll just say, I'm from Brooklyn.
I just remember who Dave lost to. The the comedy llama.
Oh yeah, the llama.
And then Dave made just some girl who put out odd, supposedly amusing things to other, mousy girls as the llama. And then Dave and his gang of fucking Twitter thugs bothered her for 2 years because she won over Dave.
It's not her fault.
I'm not even seeing the llama around
The
anymore
llama.
on Twitter.
Maybe, I guess it just didn't have staying power.
Yeah, I don't know if getting a Twitter award is anything to be overly happy about.
I don't even think there was a physical award for the shorties. I know it was open bar.
Yeah, you're right. There was no award.
Not even like a certificate or something.
No.
Yeah, it should have been nice. Like a pin.
I think you got a retweet. I think that was the whole thing.
Somebody, I forget who it was, quit. Oh, Stephen Fry was so upset that he quit Twitter because they didn't like a joke of his from the BAFTRAs. And he's like, fuck this thing. Fuck Twitter.
Forget it. I'm not going to be on this anymore.
I don't blame him. I can't imagine being caught up in that.
Yeah, it's one of those things that everyone tells you have to have one, particularly if you're well, obviously if you're in media, but especially if you're a comedian, it's so necessary to have it until somebody says, no, I'm not going to have it. I mean, Louis C.K. did that, right? I mean, he was big on Twitter for a long time and then he just completely cut off.
Why would you want to fucking sit there and debate your career with everyone all the time and the wishes and your dreams? Like, if somebody says to me, why didn't you go this? I go, because I know more about radio than you. That's why I did what I did. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be a baseball manager who has to come out after every game and decide why I made the moves that I did.
Right.
I'm not fucking playing that game.
It's a 24-hour press conference.
Why would I want to, though? But seriously, why would I want to leave here, go into another room and have a table there and like, hey, why did you make the judgments that you did? Why did you pull that one news story and not this one? Did you realize you didn't mention Bernie Sanders today? I don't give a fuck. And that's what Twitter is. It's someone saying, like, I'll get emails saying, why haven't you done Opie's show in a while? What the fuck are you? Why would I discuss that with you?
You do what you want.
Sometimes I forget, too. It's not something that me and you are working out what moves I'm going to be making.
Well, I like the idea of when they feel the need to like tweet some sort of gentle suggestion about the way you should be doing things. Because let's say you saw a comedian perform live, right? Yeah. And you like that comedian. You like them enough that you want to follow their career. You follow them on Twitter. And they said all these things that you thought were really funny, but then they said one thing that you disagree with.
Yeah.
Right? If you see them afterwards, for the most part, most people would say like, hey, great show, because you only have this like one moment with them or whatever. But then Twitter and social media allows them to be like, you know what? This allows me to really get into this really intimate dialogue. And they think I honestly think they think that it's helping to say like, let me just give you some notes about being.
No, because here's how fucking cunty they all are. So if you say something about someone else, if you do a joke, people immediately tweet them, hey, this guy did a fucking joke. What are you, a fucking Twitter cop?
I really dislike that. It really bothers me. Even when the thing that I'm saying is a compliment, then I don't need that person to go say like, hey, Gail is on the air and she's saying that she really likes this. Like, don't tell them that.
I don't mind that part. I don't mind that part. But I don't want someone to write to Lady Gaga and say, Ron said that he wishes that you were dead and Bowie was singing about you. Andrew.
Hey, Ronnie B. Do you think Louis C.K. is making any money off that Horace and Pete? Because he's got some heavy hitters. You think they're just all working for scale?
Well, I don't even think that it's scale because it's obviously not a union job. But I also don't think that this is the only platform that he's going to be doing it on. He could sit around and sell it after he's done to one of the other many fucking, digital and terrestrial and blah, blah, blah. So, You know, I think that he has the money to invest in this. But
did you watch the third one?
Yeah.
That Laurie Metcalf, the camera was on her for 20 minutes straight, and she didn't skip a beat.
Well, you know what? I would like people to go back just a couple years when I said that Laurie Metcalf is one of the greatest actors in the world. She did some shitty show on CBS sitcom, and she was amazing on it. Every time you see her do something, she slays.
I think she is so incredible. Her timing, she's phenomenal.
It's Tamin.
This is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Tamin, sorry.
Yeah, she's great. Kenneth, Denver. Kenneth.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm calling because you guys inspired me to finally do something that's been a long time coming. I'm quitting my job and I'm following my fucking dreams.
I don't know how we inspired that.
Well, I want to be a writer and a comic, and I've been writing shit for years, but I've been too much of a pussy to get up on stage and whatnot.
Well, why would you quit your job to do that?
Because it holds me back.
Well, then you're not going to have any money.
Too much pressure on me. I live with my mom. Who gives a fuck?
All right, so if you, go ahead and enjoy.
Pretty cool.
All right, let's hear some of your stand-up.
Oh, now you got to put a guy on. I'm not calling in to do jokes. I'm calling to say I'm quitting my fucking job.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to call here for that.
Well, I've been there 10 years and I'm sick of it.
What kind of work you do?
I'm excited. I've repaired jewelry for 10 years.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, you got to stay with that, dude.
I hate it.
Metalsmith.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really neat.
That's a word, metalsmith?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Silversmith.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, and I'm probably insane to this, but I think you sound...
I'm probably the insane.
No, I think you sound hilarious, and I'm going to say within a year, you're going to get a Tonight Show spot, and then be made a full cast member at SNL.
What if I don't like Jimmy Fallon?
You don't have to even spend any time. Just come out.
He's a drunk. He's a cokehead.
So, we all are, dude. You know what I mean?
I
Let's
know,
not
and I'm
fucking
an
judge.
insane person.
Yeah. Here's what I'm saying to you. Do a lot of jewelry material, but no jewelry material, okay? Leave that to the people from the tribe. You're from fucking Denver, all right? Do yourself do you have any money saved up?
Well, I should have, but I will. I mean, I'm putting in 2 weeks' notice. So.
All right, so how much money are you going to have after that 2 weeks?
Maybe about $1,000.
I take that $1,000 and head straight for the coast. All right?
Oh, I'll go broke quick.
No. I think they're going to fucking take you on as a comedy store. I think that you're probably looking at Nerdcasts making some kind of run at you.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
How many loads will I have to take in the mouth?
First of all, that kind of material is what the country needs right now. You know what I mean? You're edgy. You're wild. You're talking about having a mouthful of jizz. No comedian would dare go to that place. All right?
Oh, I can think of quite a few.
I like the attitude. He's a contrarian. He keeps coming, but this is like a roast. I feel like I'm in a roast right now.
It's a roast battle.
Yeah, it is a roast battle.
Kenneth, you have got it. Whatever it is, you have it.
On my Sims 4 game, I got I'm the roast master apparently on my comedy career.
All right, here's the thing: take Sims, turn it into real life. That's it.
Alrighty.
You know, there's a Jeffrey Ross. You're going to be a Kenneth
I'm starting
Ross.
to think this quitting the job thing is a bad idea now.
No. Got to get rid of the job.
Do it.
Fucking burn your bridges, my friend.
Follow your bliss.
And I'm tired of it. It's
Follow your
driving me
piss.
insane.
That's what I do.
Follow my piss.
Yeah. You're the best,
I got a lot
Kenneth.
of
You're
that.
fucking killing me. All right.
Got a lot of piss.
Yeah. Talk to you later about getting your album on Raw Dog. All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Have a good one, Benningtons.
That was a funny fucking guy.
God, he's
I can.
laugh riot.
I know. Is he in Jeffrey's column this week? Look it up.
You know that feeling where it's just like, you know that you're there in the moment where something's just about to pop, you know? Like, that's how it feels talking to Kenneth.
It's like talking to a young Neil Armstrong and him going like this. What's that thing up there? and you say, "Oh, that's the moon," and he goes like this, "I'm gonna go there one day." That fucking dude he wasn't just funny, he is funny. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like some people, it's about the material that they write. Some people are off the cuff funny.
Wait.
Something tells me he's both.
His material is off the cuff. That fucking guy was great. I loved him.
So good. I love Kenneth.
I love Kenneth. I love the way that his fucking, his mind works. The mind on him.
I miss Kenneth already.
Well, you don't have to, because he's going to be a big, bright, shining star. You're going to be sick of Kenneth by next year.
That couldn't happen.
Yes, it's true.
You know why? Because he fucking sold out.
Already?
Yeah. He's a fucking sellout.
Fuck Kenneth. I want you to keep it real.
John, Texas.
Hey there, Ron and Fez. First off, I got to say, your call screener is so friggin' hyper. He was making me nervous.
Yeah, he's a nervous guy. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, wanted to get your opinion on Uncle Ted going on that anti-Jewish rant.
Well, I'm just saying, thank God somebody's finally said it. You know what I mean?
Has he completely lost his mind now?
No, he's the same. He's the fucking same. Ted Nugent, what's he got? He's got a stranglehold on America's heart. All right, thanks, buddy. Boy, I'm worried about our nervous phone screener.
Yeah, why is he saying he's nervous?
Well, he's gotten some bad news, so he's got to deal with that. Andrew in PA.
Okay.
Andrew, we got you?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up?
You're breaking that guy's balls about quitting his job. He is doing exactly what you said. He's doing the Cheetos vodka thing.
I love it.
You got to quit everything and put your back against the wall so you have literally no direction except one direction.
Why are you repeating back to us what we just told him to do? We told him to quit everything.
Maybe I missed that when I was on hold. Yeah, you got to sell your tools and give up your union card and, go for it.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
You're just repeating us, Andrew.
We were just
You know
saying
what?
that.
Get your own thing, dude.
God, Drew.
You call him Drew?
I call him Drew.
I call him And.
I'm sorry.
I'm a Drew guy.
Dude, why don't you fucking go out and start a team, like a comedy team with this guy?
Give me his number. I'll do it.
All right. Andrew and Kenneth appearing this weekend
Oh my God,
at the Ice House.
I
in
can't
Pasadena.
wait.
Drew and Kenneth.
I like Kenneth better, though. He's funnier.
Well, Kenneth has the talent. Drew's a straight man. All right, peace. Dave Schneider.
Cyrus. Dave Cyrus. How you doing?
Dave Cyrus.
Yeah.
Boy, what is wrong with our guy?
I don't know. He was in a hurry. I didn't want to correct him.
All right. What's up, buddy?
I wanted to tell Kenneth, listen, I'm headlining Caroline's tonight. Me and Pete Davidson, the 7:30 show. If Kenneth wants to come down, get his big break, open it for us, come on down. I'll put him up.
Well, first of all, that sounds like the best fucking show ever.
This is incredible.
Now, here's the thing I'm worried about for you, though, Dave. Are you ready to fucking follow Smoke? You know what I mean? Because he's going to leave heat behind.
I like a challenge. When
Yeah.
you said that swallowing loads joke, I knew
Yeah.
the guy.
That's like
I
some
wanna
next
catch
level
something.
stuff.
Yeah. Now, you understand by load that he meant jizz, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was impressed.
And when he
Not
said
everybody gets that.
when he said take it, he meant like in the mouth.
What?
Right.
Yeah. He didn't mean it just like to put it in his hand.
I can't even more now.
He meant in the mouth.
Oh.
He's committed, and he deserves to make it for that.
Yeah. I mean, I fully support him. I think that he's maybe one of the funniest dudes going today.
Well, he's got $1,000 until he starts making some steady comedy money, too. I love it.
I want to make sure he quits his job, though. I want to know he's committed.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's left jewelry behind.
He's done with that shit.
Why did he ever waste his time with it?
I don't know.
Well, what was in his blood? You know how he does on The Sims, they call him the roast master in his Sims game.
Sims is great.
Dave, good to talk to you, buddy. Caroline's tonight, right?
Yeah, 7:30. Go to my Twitter for discounted tickets. Dave Cyrus.
All right, you got to stop by here sometime, too, dude.
Oh, I'm dying to.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
So I had to kind of.
I don't know whether he can follow Kenneth. I know Pete Davidson can't. I mean, what's Pete Davidson done? Really, what has he done with his career? How old is he now? Look, he's what, like 22?
Yeah.
Pete Davidson. If it hasn't happened yet, it ain't going to happen for you.
And if you're not in the position to give everything up,
right?
Like if you can't give up your sweet gig on SNL the way he's given up,
right? If anything, take a fucking chance, Pete. Quit SNL and hit the road. You know,
just see
chase your
happens.
dream.
See what happens.
Yeah, you don't have to be stuck there working for the men. I understand they're like 80, 90-hour weeks still. What is wrong with our phone screener that he's so fucking nervous?
I'm concerned. I hope he's doing all right. He's got the jitters, it sounds like.
Maybe a little too much coffee this morning.
Who was that?
It's Cashmere.
No more coffee for Cash.
I talked to Fez over the weekend. He's like, Cashmere. He loved Cashmere's
nice
bit the other day.
Who didn't?
Like, Cashmere should do my worst dressed people. My Mr. Blackwell's worst dressed people. I go, no one his age has ever heard of Mr. Blackwell. Cashmere would die with that bit. He's got to be Cash. Well. We speak of him, and he said, if you look into a mirror and say the name Jeffrey Gurian 3 times, he appears.
Jeffrey Gurian.
Oh, Jeffrey Gurian.
You got to click your heels together, though.
Was that right?
That's the third. You say it 3 times, and then you click your heels, and then I appear. Try it again.
Jeffrey Gurian.
Jeffrey
Gurian. There's no place like too much tuna. Jeffrey, how are you, buddy?
I'm great, man. How are you guys?
Good.
Despite this ridiculous fucking weather, right? An ice storm yesterday, and now it's 50 and a windstorm.
Well, you know what I like to say about New York City, if you don't like the weather, stay around for 3 months because it's going to change.
Exactly. I think I found somebody for my next column. This guy Kenneth sounds like I should really be writing.
He's good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I think it should be the entire next column, though.
I always say that he's like a funny Kevin Hart.
Yeah, well, the jizz thing was what got me, too.
I
heard
love
Dave
that
Cyrus. Dave Cyrus called in. I thought it was so innovative.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't I know this guy?
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to admit that there's someone there that I don't know, but I got to find out more about him. So if he does the show tonight, I'll be there.
Well, you know, you jump around.
I tend to, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a problem for you, or is it okay?
Depending on the shoes that I'm wearing. Yeah, certain shoes give me more of a spring in my step.
Well, it's better than having a fall. Jeffrey, who's up in your column this week?
This week? Oh, let me see. Well, it was interesting. I spoke to Marina Franklin and found out, that Keith Robinson is on the mend. I found out from, let me see. I went to see the Impractical Jokers.
Well, let's not stop at the Keith Robinson. What's everything that happened with him?
I don't know a lot. Everybody seems to know that he had a stroke, but I figured I would ask Marina because they're so close. They've been friends for years. As a matter of fact, when I brought them on the show, they were all there together. Remember? They all came up together. Marina was with him, and she said she spoke to him. He sounds like he's doing well. He's on the mend. And she said she knows he's on the mend because he told her to shut up during their conversation. And she said that's so perfect for Keith to do that she knows he's getting better.
She does need to stop talking. He was supposed to do the My Wife Hates Me podcast. He was locked in with Marina, and I'm like, perfect. I barely have to do anything in this show. I'm always happy when I know I have that, So, and then
there was
like,
going to be 4 couples originally? Or
no, one of the couples came in after the fact, and I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was the Dixons.
Pat Dixon and Mandy Statt-Miller?
Yeah.
That was a great show, by the way. I'm sure you've talked about it, but that was
not at all.
Really fun
I don't like to say it. I ran to see if it was in your column today, and it wasn't.
No, because you told me to hold off.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I say that about everything, though.
You I said to you, this is going to be funny. And you're like, yeah, well, keep it to yourself. Like, don't say anything.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you're like, be
You're
very
secretive.
Vague. Be very vague. So I thought somebody else was doing the story. I was really...
Someone else did the story?
Pardon me?
Someone else did the story?
No, I was saying I was thinking that maybe someone else was writing about it, and you didn't want me to step on that. So I'm like, okay, because you said to me, don't say anything.
You're secretive.
Well, no, I wasn't... Oh, here's why.
But you tend to do that with everything in your career. You don't want anybody to know.
Well, I don't want the audience to find out what I'm doing.
That's a sign of humility.
Kenneth would never do that, by the way.
It's a sign of humility. That's why. You don't want anybody to know.
But is it too humble after a while?
Well, there's a thin line, you know, between that. It's like false pride, you know. It's like you don't want to be overly humble. You've accomplished a lot. You should be proud of that.
Well, I've accomplished more than most. Let's be honest about that. Now, I know why I might have said it to you, because that was really belonged to, you know, any word of that should have come out of the Voss family.
Yes.
Well, it was an amazing... Yes, absolutely. You mean they didn't mention it?
No.
That's crazy.
Well, see, they were secret about the couples and all that,
right?
And then they wanted everybody to be surprised.
Yeah, but how long are you going to be secret about it? The show was a week ago.
I know they ran it on their radio show and podcast.
Oh, maybe that's why you told me not to give away any details.
Yes, that's what I just said to you.
Yeah, okay. I'm slow on the uptake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't kick in yet.
I'll tell you this, I got some ones right here, and I don't mind counting them.
You got what there?
I got a stack of ones for some reason in my pocket. Yeah.
Let's go crazy. We'll go out to the club.
Well, I'm going to put a 20-20 on the outside so it looks nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make it rain.
It's like a fat stack.
Did you guys watch Vinyl?
I did.
What'd you think?
Well, I know that you're great friends with Dice, so yeah, I enjoyed that part of it.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah, it was funny.
That was such a crazy part. Now I know why he wouldn't tell me about it. I didn't.
False humility. He's got a humility.
A lot of humility. I wrote to him. I said, Dice, you're so fucking awesome. And then I said, I'm sorry for cursing because I know you don't like that.
But you did that as a joke.
Yeah,
I love that. Did he write back LOL?
Yeah, many LOLs.
Or did he write back IKR?
LOL. Yeah.
Is the LOL not something that
it's not used anymore? It's fallen disuse. People say.
What did people say?
I've heard that people say instead of LOL, I can't even. That's what they'll text.
Really? See, I'm getting a lot of ha 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 ha's. I don't like that as much. I prefer that to the HE. Yeah, that's like.
What about mine? I just read Hall.
Hall.
Hall's good.
Yeah.
Hall just means like kind of funny.
Oh, it doesn't mean funny enough?
That's what I think when you write it.
I just write POS.
And then I stop texting you immediately because I know what that means.
You bring up homework instead of what we were just talking about.
Yeah, just so studying that and stuff. All right.
Some people send emoticons. I don't have emoticons. I just tell people to picture a smiling face.
That's nice.
Oh.
Use your
That's
imagination.
a lengthy thing to type, though. Picture my face. Filled with joy.
I see an emoticon, I have to smile myself.
But with a
Did you watch the Grammys last night, Jeffrey?
I did. I absolutely did. But it's a long show, man.
Oh, yeah. They say it's almost 20 minutes.
It's almost 20 minutes of worthwhile entertainment.
You know, it was a salute to death show. There was so many salutes to the past. And then somebody who died, their family was mad that they didn't, that they weren't saluted.
Well, we've lost so many rock gods. Who was?
Yeah, it's a memorial show more than anything else, basically. But I heard, who did 10 minutes on David Bowie, and Bowie's son, I heard, did not like it.
Well, he's got taste in music.
It was a weird... I don't know.
What he was saying, though, that hurt me, is that he just didn't like the songs. He's like, the singing was fine.
That's the first time he heard a lot of those. So.
Rebel, yeah.
I thought Bowie was in the room when you did that.
You know what?
I didn't know you were an impressionist as well. There was no shortage of talent on your end. It's amazing.
I hear there's some talk about you maybe getting a shot on vinyl, though, Jeffrey. Is that something?
Oh, that would be my dream.
Ooh, that would be great.
So many people have said that to me. I got to start like what do you call it? A thing, like where people sign up. What do they call that? Where you put out something?
A sign-up thing. It's called a sign-up thing.
Yeah, like a list.
Yeah,
like for people to say, put him on vinyl. I got to get to Scorsese.
You know who's on your list already? Joe List.
Joe, well,
that's true.
Yeah,
that goes without saying.
The word you were looking for, a petition.
A petition, right? Thank you, a petition to get me on vinyl. I belong on that show.
Well, I think it's going to happen. I
think so too. Me and Kenneth, we'll go on together. No, I really do. I got to get to Scorsese because so many people have said that I should, and there are people who know people on the show, so maybe that could happen.
I'd love to see you guys work together.
I could be like a great music executive. Everyone thinks I'm in the music business anyway.
Well, you look like a certain woman killer. That, was a genius.
Even my parents thought I was in the music business. It's crazy. Everyone thinks that.
Jeffrey, what if you were told you could do the show, but you have to shave your head?
Yeah, well, that would defeat the purpose. It's the hair, man.
I know, but would you take the job from Scorsese if you had to shave the head?
No, I'd ask him if I could wear a bald cap.
He said no.
Maybe they would
can't
do that.
because it's actually a scene where your head gets shaved during the actual scene.
You can shave a bald cap.
If Dice could get his head smashed in, then maybe if Scorsese wanted me to be bald, I might do it. I don't know. That's like a very hypothetical kind of thing. Did I ever tell you the story when I was at this black tie event and Paul Anka, Billy Joel, and Keith Richards made a specific stop at my table to say hello to me. They had never met me before, but they all assumed that I was in the music business.
But why would you be at a black guy event?
Because I was dating a black guy at the time.
Oh, right.
He was in the music business, and he brought me as his date. And my hair was so long, and I'm wearing a tuxedo, and they just assumed that I was some music executive that they should not pass up saying hello to.
I'm sure everyone assumed that you had coke.
Probably. Well, no one asked for that. They just came over and they said, "Hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time."
Whenever I'm at an event and Jeffrey's there, people always go like this to him. They're just touching their nose like, You got any?
Just a little touch of the nose and a wing.
A little, yeah, because they know.
Right.
They know who to go to.
I do got a break for Joe List, but it was wonderful talking to you, Jeffrey.
Well, send Joe my best, will you? It's always great to talk to you guys.
Well, I'm not going to send him your worst. That would be awful.
No, just send him only my best.
All right. Do we need a break here, Chris?
Yes, we need a break.
See you
Jeffrey
guys
Gurian.
soon.
Bye, Jeffrey.
Up on the iBang today,
Bye,
jumping around with Jeffrey Gurian. Everything but the My Wife Hates Me.
Unbelievable.
As per your request.
You told me not to put it in there. You said that you didn't want to be in my column. Can I pose for another picture with you? Look, I'm going to just pose for one more in case that one didn't come out. All right, let's get a picture of me taking a picture of you posing, and then you pose next to me while you take that picture. Ron, real quick, I only had 5,000 pictures here. Can I get 2 more? I don't want to come off as obsessive.
More for safety.
Yeah. Look, I'm just going to take a picture of myself next to you. And could you just point at me and just act like you like me with a picture? Can I get a picture of your picture? Thank you. Break. Back with Joe Les Bennington. Joe List is here, one of America's finest comedians. How are you, Joe?
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. I get overwhelmed with that music.
Yeah, the Joe List song.
Yeah, it's hard for me to accept praise or gifts, and this is not even in that. That's a different thing.
Yes.
This is a song written and performed for me.
Well, this is a song that will probably outlive us all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like... like the song Mammy. Everyone who wrote or played on that or sang it is dead.
Yeah.
And yet the song is still around.
Which song is that?
Mammy.
I don't think I'm familiar.
Mammy, I'd walk a million miles from one of your smiles. It was the great Al Jolson back in I'm going to say 1969.
You love him. You have a very similar sense of humor.
It might be a little later. No, it was much earlier than 1969.
No, probably like the 20s maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
The roaring 20s, if you will.
They did roar. Oh, how they roared. Now, this is back when blackface was a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is that a white gentleman?
Yeah, he's a white guy, but that's not good enough for him. He worked in blackface, but it also looks like he has a small wig on.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some
Jerry Crow wig, I would say.
Very heavy, like painted material or just something glued, like maybe just a felt.
He looks a little bit like Dick Van Dyke to me.
Well, yeah, I thought he looked more like Godfrey Cambridge, but
oh, geez, I don't know who that is either.
There's no sense. I'm going to bring this out to a lot of the young entertainers. You don't want to work in blackface because it will haunt you.
Right.
And it's tempting, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been there where you think.
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't realize how divisive it was.
Yes, you find out.
It didn't, have you ever seen the photo? I'm sure you can pull this up. Maybe you've all seen it where the Native American talking to the Cleveland Indians fan. Have you ever seen that photo?
No.
In my money, it's the funniest thing on the internet. Just type in Cleveland Indians fan. That might do it, actually.
Yeah.
And it is, there it is. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing on the internet to me because the contrast of their faces. And if you're at home, there's a man with red face and
literally
big
red face.
teeth and feathers trying to chat with a Native American and reaching out his hand for a shake.
Yeah, let's look, I'm honoring you.
Agree to disagree. Am I right?
And I think red face might be worse than blackface.
It's not good.
It's a bad look.
Yeah,
it is a bad look.
Now, I don't know if this ever comes up. Do Asians get mad if anyone pulls their eyes back? Does that bother them at all?
They're used to it. I think they're okay with it.
Well, I remember the Spanish basketball team of the Olympics did a picture in Beijing.
Oh, yeah,
and they all
that's right.
did the Asian
why they
thing.
thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I'm like, why are you laughing? You're Hispanic. That's the first thing
Right.
said.
Yeah. I think that Europe doesn't get the ink here in the States for its racism. Considerably worse than us, I think.
If I went on stage, this is so stupid.
Also, just not funny. Not like I'm offended, but as a comedian, just not a real funny.
Not a funny one.
Like they're not even. It's not even like they're even laughing or joyful. There's nothing like silly about it. They're just doing it.
Would this work as a joke? Like you put blackface on and then you walk on stage and you go like this. Ladies love to go shopping. And you know, when you just I mean, you're giving them some observational material as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to just rely on the blackface.
No, but even if you were blackface, then you go like this, and white people walk like this, and you do like a funny little waddle.
The Asian thing reminds me of things that are not being funny. It reminds me of when I was in high school. I was on the radio program or whatever.
Nice.
Not much like you guys might have been.
Yeah, we're doing a high school radio.
Yeah, and very similar to this.
Yeah.
And so I did the announcements, and I was talking sports, and I was like, the Patriots lost, at Foxborough Stadium. And back then I had a bit of an accent, so I said, Foxborough.
Yeah.
And my teacher came running in, and he was like, I heard what you did, you son of a bitch. You're suspended. I heard you said Foxborough. And I remember just saying, my argument was, I'm like, that's not even a funny joke. That's not even good. I was like, I said Foxborough, and I'm a funnier guy than thinking Foxborough is good.
Were you able to ride out that storm, or did you lose your
Yeah, I
position?
wrote it out, and I was just like, what are you, crazy? I'm like, it hurt my feelings as a comedian. I mean, I wasn't doing comedy, but I felt like a comedian. Another time, a Boston accent thing, I got in trouble in 6th grade. We were doing a dream team puzzle, the Olympic basketball team, to keep everything relevant
in
here.
92.
Yeah, relevant to 92. And I was asking for Chris Mullins socks. And she thought I was saying Chris Mullins sucks. And in 6th grade, saying somebody sucks is like a bad...
Right.
She was like, you can't talk like that, you son of a bitch, whatever. And I was like, I'm saying socks.
But what's funny is they're also from that area, and they didn't... they thought you had a harsh
Yeah,
accent.
it was odd. And it was another argument where I was like, I think Chris Mullins terrific.
Yeah.
And...
Brooklyn's own.
Yeah.
No, was he from the Bronx? Let's get to the bottom.
I think he must have been Brooklyn or Queens.
Yeah, I think he was Brooklyn.
He's one of those unexpected. You don't expect him to have an accent.
No, he has got a heavy one though. Really old school.
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Brooklyn zone
in the house.
Yeah, back when it used to be scary to be from Brooklyn.
Right.
You know.
We spoke of blackface, which made me think of black people, and this is gonna go. This is gonna go fine. I promise. I swear to God, I know what I'm doing over here. I heard a guy last night on the subway on 8th Street, NYU station. There was two African American fellas talking to each other across the platform, and one of them said, "I don't want to use the N word." He sprinkled the N word in the A version, but he said, "I'll just skip over it, but you plug it in." He said, "You see that Perspire? He looked like he put a water balloon in a headlock." And I wanted to go over and be like, that's the funniest sentence I've ever heard, ever in my life.
Yeah.
And this guy, I don't even think he's trying to be funny. He's just chatting.
I was just literally saying, so I'm watching the slam dunk contest. I'm at a cigar bar, and it's 75% black dudes. And, middle-aged cigar smoking guys.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody watching this game was so funny that I said, how do they decide who gets to be Kevin Hart? Why? You know what I mean? Everybody was literally as funny as Kevin Hart.
Right.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it came off his head. I was like, this guy's like a poet. And he used the word perspire, which is hilarious. And
perspire in that is, I think, really the key.
A water balloon and a headlock. I'm like, that is poetry.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin is not black, but he's a guy that talks like that. Like he's so funny. Every word, I'm like, that was like poetically hilarious.
Well, Alec Baldwin is a guy who's had enormous success and is still ready to throw down like any street kid any day. And he just, when he gets mad, he says the most horrendous, awful things that when you read it in the paper, it doesn't read funny. But if you see him freaking out and yelling, you're laughing instead of frightened.
Right. I just rewatched his Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and it's magical. I mean, he's so funny. When he says to Jerry, you realize your career has been an unbroken boulevard of green lights. That is like a poem. It's beautiful. I would never speak like that.
He's, but that's the thing is like they cannot stand him. They can't stand Alec. I think it's the Post that has it in for him.
Yeah.
And they try to write how awful of a person he is because he yells at paparazzi and stuff. But if you actually see him do it, you fucking crack up.
Right.
You know? It's like when your dad was funny, like when your dad was upset.
Yeah.
And you start laughing instead of paying attention to him.
Yeah. Except Alec doesn't hit me.
Well, right.
My dad never hit me. I feel like that was a good joke, but I don't want to misrepresent my dad. He hit me. He didn't hit me one time, actually, but he felt bad about it, and that was it. I told him I hated Rocky IV, and he kind of lost his shit.
I don't blame him.
I stand by it.
Yeah, I don't blame him. There's some things you don't say in this family. Chris, did your dad hit you, or?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, when I was younger, but not as I got older.
Yeah, my dad had the greatest fucking bit. He would. Before he smacked your ass, he would spin you upside down. So you would be like in midair with your hands hanging down. It was like humiliating, more humiliating than a whack on the ass.
Yeah, I like the humiliation there. Seems to be actually where he's getting the power from.
And he was kind of a thin guy, and he would whip his belt out real fast. And that, you scrambled more than got hit.
Right.
But I also had a thing. I would like to teach the children how to deal when you're hit. Go down immediately. Go down over a coffee table, pull whatever's there on top.
Like an air raid drill.
Right.
Yeah, basically, it was a stunt man. As anything.
Grab the back, arch the back, like you really just.
You arch the back, you run 4 more steps, and then you collapse.
Still flopping 5 minutes later.
The hanging upside down part, I might have told this story in the show. I don't think I did, though. When I was like 11 or 12 in Little League in Whitman, Massachusetts, my team, I was playing left field, and I was very highly skilled, so they put me in left field. And someone hit a home run over like the chain link fence, and for some reason, I'm a people pleaser, I guess. I just went to get the ball. I jumped the fence, which is not the responsibility of the player, because the game continues after a home run happens. So I just hopped the fence to get the ball, and everyone was kind of like, what the hell is he doing? Just one of the parents, like, what are you doing? So I ran and got the ball, and I was like, I got it, guys. And I threw it back in, and then on my re-entry, my shoelace caught the top of the fence, and I just went down, and I was inverted, and I couldn't get undone because I couldn't reach. So I was just like an 11-year-old kid stuck with my shoelace stuck to the fence, and I was trying to wriggle, and the center fielder had to come off and release me off the line. And, probably the most mortifying. I shit in a girl's shoe, and this was probably more mortifying.
I had an upside down embarrassment story as well for some reason. When I was in kindergarten, me and my friend Teresa were on the tire swing, and it was not, you know how there's two ways to do a tire swing? You could do the one where you actually have to stick your legs through like this, or the tire is like laying flat, and you can put multiple kids sitting on the tire. So it was like laying flat like that. So her and I were in the tire, and we're joking, spinning, laughing. I can't remember. And I say something, and that gets us like really silly. And we can't stop laughing, and I say to her, I'm gonna pee. Like, I'm gonna pee myself. But she doesn't hear me, and I'm still laughing. And so I try to scoot my way backwards, and then I've hooked my foot in the tire, and now I'm swinging upside down and pissing myself at the same time like a fucking sprinkler. And it's just the worst. And then, you know, I went to a school where you had uniforms, so even then, I had to run to the teacher, and even the people who didn't see me hanging upside down and pissing myself, then I had to then put on gym shorts instead of the regular little skirt that I had.
Right.
So I had like a polo shirt, but with gym shorts for the rest of the day.
Wow.
And they were like, hey, what did you pee yourself? And I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah, whenever somebody has that, they usually pee themselves. Like, you can't even hide it for the rest of the day.
Hilarious.
The kids from the third grade are like, I know what that is. You pissed yourself today.
That's like, the piss your pants uniform. Also, I love the dizziness of getting up. Like, you're embarrassed, and also you can't get your bearings. Oh, that's fun. Christy, you have an upside down embarrassment story.
That actually should become like a new perp site on
upside down pissing.
Look, Chris was like, I'm not following that fucking story.
I feel like that went appropriate order there. Yeah. We had like a opener and a middle and a headline.
I definitely just had a light story.
Right. Yours is the least public, which is nice.
Mine certainly, unlike you people, wasn't my fault.
What kind of upside down embarrassment have you experienced?
No, I don't think anyone could beat hanging upside down, twirling in a circle, and pissing.
Yeah, that's.
I don't. Seriously.
From my own joke. Like, I've tickled myself. Oh, God, am I funny that I have now pissed myself.
You should have said, don't give me the shirts, give me a handgun. Put it in my fucking mouth.
This is the end for me.
Joe List is in studio. Joe's recording his new album for Comedy Central next Saturday.
Sweet.
February 27th at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. Go to heliumcomedy.com for tickets and more information.
Yeah, please.
The Helium Club is terrific.
Yeah, it's killer.
But you're just going straight album. You're not going to video this at all.
No, just the album. Yeah, I did the half hour, and it's a lot of the same stuff from that. Some different stuff, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited, and it's with Comedy Central, and then I was talking to like the producer or whatever, and she was worried that the room is too big. She's like, "It's a big room," so I was like, "I'll get Bennington on the horn."
Oh yeah, let's get it out there. So, let's push it because as we said before, Joe List is a funny human being, but being recognized every day more as one of the funniest human beings working today.
Thank you.
One of the true great writers. I hope a lot of your material is going to be about being upside down. I don't think you have to go as blue as Gail.
Someone in the city recently, I don't want to say his name, but he was recording. He's on I don't know if you guys probably wouldn't recognize his name anyways, but he was recording an album kind of on his own at a club, and I guess he did one show and it was packed and he got what he needed, and then there was a second show they were recording, but it was very light. There was like 12 people, and I was one of the openers, and I didn't do this on purpose, but I was doing my shit and whatever. It didn't grow great, And then I looked at my phone and it hadn't recorded. I hadn't hit record, and I was like, God damn it, I didn't record. I was like, who gives a shit? I don't think I need this piece of shit recording anyways. And I literally said that and realized, I'm like, the guy coming up next is recording his permanent album. I was like, well, I mean, some recordings would be great here. But it was one of those faux pas moments. So I was like, who would record this piece of shit show? Unless, of course, they wanted to keep it forever and try to turn it into profit. Then you would record it for sure. It was embarrassing.
So what is happening with you two? Are you doing any acting? Is it all just stand up with you now?
I don't know. You know, I did a ton of TV and exciting things, and then right back to where I'm working. I'm working on the road and stuff, but nothing crazy. Mark Norman and I are trying to develop a show idea. We're always trying to cook something up. We're doing our podcast, Tuesdays with Stories, if I can steal a plug. And that's going well. I'm on the road a bunch and, same old stuff. Nothing too sexy, though.
Nothing that you're like, oh my God, this brings me nerves, which is kind of a good thing as well,
Yeah, nothing.
Like you don't want to go straight up all the time.
Yeah, it's good to
every once in a while.
Good to flatten out a little bit, hang out. But I have a little bit of money in the bank, and I can afford lunch, and I can go to the movies. So it's definitely the best period of my life.
Isn't that great? Isn't it the funniest thing? Is like they, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but you're like, it buys some happiness.
It buys comfortability. Yeah. And when I'm comfortable, I'm happy.
Because it's terrible when you're like, okay, I got 3 and I owe 4. That's the worst feeling that you could have. As a matter of fact, having 4 and owing 3 is a better feeling than having 25 and owing 30. That's always bad.
Right. Yeah, it's exciting. I've been real broke for a long, long time, so it's nice to have an amount of money, and it feels good. And so, yeah. By the way, like some people, I think, would be like, ooh, he's paying. It's embarrassingly low, what I consider to be like, I got a little money, folks. I bought Chipotle twice in one day.
But you're no longer tossing and turning at night.
No.
How is it? Like, Chris, you have this thing of no matter how much money you get, you gamble it away.
Yeah, gamble.
It's almost like you don't want to have money.
It's weird because, I'm gambling and thinking that maybe, more will come in.
But then even if you get the more, you gamble that away.
Well, yes.
There's no end game for you. You don't act like I want to gamble and then retire from gambling.
Oh no.
You plan on keeping on gambling.
Yeah.
Which means you keep losing.
Yeah, I'm a terrible gambler.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me. See, I buy a scratch ticket for $5 and I lose, and I want to take my own life. I have to go and call a therapist and whatever.
Well, the weird thing is about gambling money or any kind of illegal money, like if you're a drug dealer, you will spend that money. You don't even feel like it's your money. You feel like I should just blow it.
Because it doesn't feel earned, you think.
Right.
That you're like, well, this wasn't mine to begin with.
Yeah.
So what would be the point of hanging on to it?
But that's why you don't see guys that are real billionaires will be like, even like throwing money at women in a strip club. They're like, no, that's wasting money and I work for my money.
Right. This story might just be to tell you what a great guy I am, possibly.
Good.
I haven't decided yet, but I did a benefit last weekend, for like a Rotary Club, and then I got paid whatever amount, and then I was like, I'll give half of it right back to the club. Why don't you guys keep this? Yeah. And I'm doing pretty well. And they were like, we can't accept it, screw you piece of shit, we don't want the money. They didn't say it like that, but they didn't take the money. And then on the way home, I was like, well, basically, that's free money. Because I had decided I was giving it away. And so then we stopped at a rest stop and I bought like a ton of scratch tickets and lost on all of them. So instead of being like, well, why don't I just give this to a different charity that will accept it, I gave it to the New York State Lottery. And I'll give some money to these fine people at New York State Lottery.
But then they help people with that money. Is that
right?
Yeah, they're, what is it, for old people and...
I think it goes to schools, too, the lotto money.
There you go.
I've never seen anyone from any state go and look at the beautiful school we have. One of the things that lottery money did was, I think, take away neighborhood jobs. Like there would always be guys doing that gig in the ghetto. Some black guy would be in charge of the numbers game, and now that guy's out of work, and this money goes to the state.
Right.
It's actually hurt more poor people than it's helped.
Well, that guy would perspire.
Yeah.
The water balloon.
I was down, I forget where it was. It was like it was in Mississippi. It might have been Tunica, where there's a casino just like in the middle of cotton fields, right? And I'm driving up to it, and I see a sign very big that says, "We have penny slots." And there was really poor people in there playing those slot machines. And I'm like, haven't they been hurt enough? How are you? You're now trying to take their pennies.
Right.
And there were like, you know, how signs of people that would have like the big checks and stuff?
Yeah.
You would see signs of people. It was like, $1,300. The guy would have his stripes up in the air. I'm like, they're just.
This is terrible.
Yeah, this is not a nice place.
Wow.
But the amount of, I don't know, any slot machine, I kind of understand gambling when you like the game.
Right.
When you're gambling maybe on sports, you know, I've gone to horse races.
Right.
I find it to be very fun because I feel like in a way you're kind of buying the excitement.
Right.
You're buying the fact that you get to stand on the sidelines and cheer for your horse and,
Right.
and go, oh my gosh, it was so close.
Right.
Like that's almost like buying a ticket to a roller coaster. But I don't understand. I cannot understand. Or even if you like poker, whatever, that's a game.
Yes.
You're playing something. But why would you throw money away to hit a button or pull a lever?
You're pulling the lever down.
I don't understand. But they don't look happy.
Well,
they look like zombies while they're doing it.
Right, and the people that press the button, that's even less
Right.
understandable, because
Yeah.
the crank at least is a thing. You're like,
Yeah.
It's a pumping motion, at least.
The first time I ever played a slot machine, I was aware of the button. I did not want to use the button.
No, no button.
You wanted to, you want to at least
Well, what is
get
the most exciting of all gambling tables or whatever?
They say craps because you're all on the same team, right?
I would agree.
Yeah.
But sometimes some guys come in and they bet with the house, and that fucker is hated.
That guy's shit.
He is hated.
Real piece of garbage.
Yeah.
You're betting against all of us.
Let me just say this, and I want to put it in the best way. It's always a certain ethnic group
Uh-huh.
Really?
that does it. Yeah.
Really? Which
Write it down
group? Can you
on
give me a...
paper.
I'll just say it starts with black. But always black dudes with, with the
Black
house.
Asians.
Now, you got a 50...
Even in regular fucking dice games. They're not even in a casino. It's like, I'll be the house. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? The house? No, there's no fucking house. We're fucking playing dice together.
So you're all...
There's a pot.
So everyone's playing against... I don't think I've played that before. I played... that's not the wheel, right?
Roulette is the wheel.
Yeah.
Roulette is
I
the
love
wheel.
roulette.
Yeah.
But it's the worst odds, but the best payoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you're sitting there. I mean, you're a carny rube at that
I
point.
know, it's so bad.
But how's that different than the lottery,
Right.
which is roulette that even worse
Exactly.
odds?
But
I
roulette
played-
at least has the best payoff in the casino.
Yeah.
I played something called the Money Wheel in Atlantic City that was not roulette, but it was like maybe some sort of modified roulette. And I was having a blast. I thought it was a lot of fun because there was no, it was just luck and it was fun. And then there was like a lot of pomp and circumstance with the wheel spinning and everyone's cheering. And like some people are betting a little, some people are betting a lot. It was fun.
That's
that
the-
one like I get.
That's the game from Rain Man. Remember when he bets on the Rain Man and he loses? It's a great scene.
Now the
Sorry, everybody. I just like that movie a lot.
no,
Oof, God. And Barry Levinson directed it, 1988.
It's a terrific
and,
film.
you got a touch of autism.
yeah,
You go through
evidently.
every fact of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I really do. It's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
I think doesn't everybody have a touch of
We're all on the spectrum somewhere.
there was that thing that they said was the most relaxing video to watch on the iBank.
Yeah, the most satisfying video in the world.
Yeah, does that satisfy you?
Not really.
I talked to a lot of people and they said they liked it too. That you just sit and watch these machine parts go around.
Is it pornography or?
No. That's satisfying, but in a different way.
I see.
They got pulled.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no,
they
too
pulled it.
satisfying.
Yeah. People were.
Everyone's having too much fun with it. But I find that stuff to be I find it to be satisfying, but I don't think I'm as obsessive because I think mine is not so visual.
You like to hear the same thing over?
Yeah, like I have more auditory, like little tics and things like that. And then also, I remember reading about autism, about them liking pressure, and it really concerns
And
me.
you're very, very big on pressure.
I like to feel confined, where most people feel
Even when you were
claustrophobic.
little, when she was little, and you still do it, I think,
Yes,
you
I
like to
do.
put your feet under people and feel a weight on your feet.
Oh,
Dig
interesting. I've
feet
done that.
underneath.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
then you would
the-
yell foot on foot.
Yeah, foot on foot.
Yeah, foot
Or
spoons.
dig.
I thought I invented the foot spoon. My girlfriend and I, we spoon, and I get a foot in there.
No, you. Now, how does she feel about foot spoon?
She loves a foot spoon.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, do a little
Good.
rub. It's very sweet.
I say marry her because you're not going to find a lot of people who want a foot spoon.
No, I'll marry her at some point. I don't know when,
But when?
who knows? I just wanted to give her something. It seems fun to give a present.
Yeah, it is fun.
The wedding part seems like a nightmare.
You know, we could always do a radio wedding, get some sponsors.
Ooh, let's do that.
We did, but they have a tendency not to work out, as far as I can tell.
Success rate's not great.
Well, didn't somebody get the first gay radio marry? Did you hear one of the hosts? I can't remember.
Yeah, Frank DeCaro.
Frank DeCaro, the comedian. Look at this. It's just about, is it because it's symmetrical? Is that why?
And it's monotonous, and there's like certain, it's probably because it's predictable.
Yeah,
there's comfort to
things that just happen the same way.
or like that it's happening with
just a
perfection.
3D printer.
I'm not really sure exactly.
Yeah, but it's stuff in machinery that people like, things that are done symmetrical.
This is a pressure washing the ground, watching each little block get cleaned, marbles rolling down. I think, it's got to be something with how monotonous and predictable.
And then what if you saw one red marble in there? You would hate it? That would drive you crazy.
Yeah, this does nothing for me. I like the video for Bullet with Butterfly Wings, the Smashing Pumpkins. Remember that video?
Yeah.
Tremendous. I used to run home from school to watch it. It was really fun. Or what about the video for Billy Idol, Rock the Cradle? That was my first exploration into self-satisfaction, if you know what I'm saying.
Looking at Billy Idol?
No, Rock the Cradle, when the girl's crawling and the thing, and I think it was really...
should be looking this up, right? Rock the Cradle, Billy Idol.
There's a woman crawling and some other stuff, but I remember being in, second grade and really getting in there.
And that's when you thought to yourself, if I touch myself, this video is even better.
Well, this is perfect, by the way, because it's a Disney movie ad leading into my my satisfying video.
Did you see this? They ran this during the Grammys last night.
I did see this ad.
Tim Burton is back. Johnny Depp is back. Mad Hatter.
Thank God they're back together.
Yeah.
I went to the movies the other day, and I go pretty often. Mm-hmm. And the person, the salesperson, I don't want to be insensitive here, but they tried to upsell me, and it was like a 16-year-old boy and pretty obese, I would say, and just a lot of acne, and it was in Des Moines. And he was like, "Are you sure you don't want the large popcorn?" And I was like, "I'm good." And he goes, "But that's what I get," and I ate the whole thing. And I think to do the pitch of this is what I do, you have to have something to be desired, like a minimum wage acne sitting movie. Oh boy, this is the video. Holy hell! You see,
her?
I haven't seen this in 25 years. It's bringing back, boners.
Old boners.
Let's have some sound up too, so we can.
That looks like me, actually, as an adult, which is kind of... I wonder if I knew that as a kid, that I would look like the hero in this movie.
But not Billy Idol.
Yeah. Look at that's me. Look at that. Oh, my God.
And that was her. That was your...
yes.
That was your...
And are you into voyeurism now?
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I don't get a chance.
Normally, whatever turned you on as a kid, you can't even stop. Well, she does have a little figure on her.
She does.
You're onto something.
Yeah. I feel proud of my 9-year-old self for knowing what was...
good taste.
Good,
Yeah.
you know?
That guy looks like Joe List.
Yeah. It's like, that's a slightly Jewier version of me.
And Joe still has that computer that the guy's using.
Sorry for saying Jewy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine here.
I'm not... feel bad about it. This is me trying to write my screenplay for and then...
For you and Mark Norman.
Yeah, that's Norman shirtless. He's Billy Idol.
Norman looks like Billy Idol.
Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. I haven't seen this since Oh,
what
the
does
wine.
that mean?
The wine on the breast.
Look away while we're doing this, Chris. You can do both.
And then she ripped her shirt off.
Joe List is recording his new album for Comedy Central next Saturday, February 27th.
Rock the Cradle of Love.
Called Rock the Cradle at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. That's next Saturday, February 27th. Go to heliumcomedy.com for tickets and more information. On Twitter, it's at Joe List Comedy. And Joe's podcast, Tuesdays with Stories, is available on iTunes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is still... I think this is what I'm into. I'm kind of like this nerd guy trying to work, and this sexy woman, kicking me around.
That's your chick. She's just like... You're spilling wine on her.
Yeah.
Mark Norman is singing through some kind of a weird deal.
Yeah.
know the blinds were used so heavily back then.
There was a very
lot
big
of
blind. The 80s were a lot about blinds.
Yeah.
Sexy blind shots.
Yeah. Well, it was because of Stevie Wonder. You know, he got everybody into the blind thing.
I got it.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even have to explain it. Now, you say you like movies. There's a piece up, Chris, that if I don't know who put this out, I guess Rotten Tomatoes, but comparing the Rotten Tomato meter, is that it?
It's
a
winner against what the Oscars picked.
Right.
So let's do it from like 1990 on. No sense in going back to the 40s and seeing if we agree with Rotten Tomatoes or the Oscar people.
Well, 1990 is one of the great robberies. It was the Goodfellas year.
Right.
That was Goodfellas, and that lost to Dances with Wolves. But let's see what Rotten Tomatoes picked that year.
Rotten Tomatoes had Goodfellas.
Yeah, I think we all agree.
Yes.
But I think 91 we're going to... See, this is my autism here. I think 91 we're going to nail it, because 91 was Silence of the Lambs. If there's a better movie in that year, I will shit on
Correct,
my
both.
table.
Had the same, Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs won the Oscar, and it also won the Rotten Tomatoes Best Critic. Now, the other thing that we would measure against this is what was the highest grossing movie. Because if you went by this, you know, Deadpool would be the best movie of the year, of this year, so far, this small year. All right, what do we got in 92?
Unforgiven was what won. The Crying Game is what Rotten Tomatoes had.
I prefer Unforgiven.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Although, I fell for the twist, did not expect to see the cock in The Crying Game, and was amazed.
If I had $1 for every time I didn't expect to see a cock, I was amazed. I'd have $3.
The last time, and this was surprised me, it was my own cock.
Yeah.
And that's what shocked me.
Right.
I had forgotten.
Right.
Yeah.
93 is Schindler's List. Schindler's List.
That to me is I think the best movie ever made. And people think I'm crazy with Schindler. This is going to be weird on the heels of me saying Jewier.
Yeah.
But I've seen that movie 35 times. People think I'm crazy for watching it over and over again, because they're like, how could you watch that movie, you sick bastard? But I can remove the subject matter. It's a movie, and it's moving, and it's wonderful, and it's a great movie.
You love that film.
I love the film.
It's not even one of my favorite Spielberg films.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you like Hook?
Well, first of all, I love Hook.
I love Hook also.
For Rufio. But I would say Jaws is a better movie. I would say Close Encounters, which is my favorite of all the Spielberg movies.
Really?
Yeah. And then probably E.T. And then I'll give you Schindler's List.
Oh, don't forget Saving Private Ryan. And
not a fan.
All right. I love Schindler's List. I also love Catch Me If You Can as one of my favorite ones also.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh boy, well, we're not seeing that eye here.
But that's how a good movie review show is. You're supposed to disagree.
Yeah.
You know?
Perfect. Now what was our other options that year? I mean, that was the favorite, but
93?
The Fugitive.
Yeah.
All right.
94 is Forrest Gump. Rotten Tomatoes had Quiz Show.
Well, Quiz Show is a good movie.
Yeah.
But you have to remember that Pulp Fiction came out that year.
As did Shawshank.
And Shawshank, which I would pick Pulp Fiction. Should have gotten it.
95 is Braveheart 1. Rotten Tomatoes had Sense and Sensibility.
Ew, gross.
Really?
Love Sense, hated Sensibility. You know, so I was mixed on that.
96 was The English Patient 1. And Rotten Tomatoes says Fargo.
Possibly the worst robbery in the history of the Academy
Fargo.
Awards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And not just the movie. I like the TV shows too.
And the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 97,
place is fabulous.
In 97, Titanic 1. Rotten Tomatoes had L.A. Confidential.
Love L.A. Confidential.
I love L.A. Confidential.
Titanic is not one of those rewatchable movies. It was a massive hit when it came out.
Yeah, it never stopped making money.
Yeah. I was the only one who felt bad for the iceberg.
Yeah, completely destroyed. No one picks it up.
They should just had penguins falling off there.
No!
Yeah. 98.
98, Shakespeare in Love 1. Rotten Tomatoes had Saving Private Ryan.
I love Shakespeare in Love. I love it. I love Gwyneth Paltrow's nipples, and I love whatever else happened in that movie.
I'm not a fan of either one, really.
I think I saw that movie in the theater, and I never saw it again. I don't remember.
You're done with it.
I never saw it again.
It's pretty great.
99 was American Beauty, and Rotten Tomatoes has The Insider.
Either one for me.
I don't know The Insider.
There would be that's 60 Minutes expose.
Yeah,
Wait, what was that, 99?
Nobody wins that year. I would easily say.
No awards.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give out a Best Picture this year.
Hell no.
Nobody gets it.
Wait, that was 99?
That was 99.
So that was the same year as Magnolia, I think?
I'll give it to Magnolia.
Yeah. I think there was some other ones.
2000, Gladiator 1. Rotten Tomatoes says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Well, I saw Crouching Tiger in the theater, enjoyed it, never watched it again.
I still like Gladiator.
Gladiator's not something I rewatch either.
If it's on, I put it on.
I say PU to both those movies.
Yeah, PU.
PU from me as well.
Yeah,
Nobody
year.
wins that year. Nobody wins.
2001 was a space odyssey, I believe. if I'm not mistaken. Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Bowie's song.
A Beautiful Mind in 2001. And Rotten Tomatoes says In the Bedroom.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with either. This is a dark period in movies.
Yeah, it was really a bad time for us all.
2002, Chicago won. Rotten Tomatoes says Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Nobody gets it.
Yeah,
Nobody
I think
wins.
that stinks as well. Boy, this is a sad time in our
terrible,
lives,
yeah.
wasn't it?
2003.
Well, Britney had the #1 albums
Don't
back
forget
then,
that.
so.
2003, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King matches up with Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, can't watch those things.
Yeah, I can't get into that.
They're like watching video games.
Not that bad. 2004, $1 Million Baby won, and Rotten Tomatoes had Sideways.
Oh, Sideways is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
Finally, we're back into a good movie here. Boy, that one's brilliant.
Now,
I
not
love it.
only I don't think that was nominated, and Paul Giamatti did not get a nomination. Ended up working in TV on Billions. But yeah, I would have given it to Sideways.
Sideways is amazing.
Which I can still rewatch anytime.
Yeah.
2005, Crash won, and Rotten Tomatoes says Good Night and Good Luck.
Crash.
I think there had to be something even better because nobody gets it. I despise Crash.
I also despise Crash. Well, we're back on board here.
Yeah.
Now we're on a roll.
Yeah, PU, we said.
PU, 3 PUs from this corner.
2006, The Departed won. Rotten Tomatoes had The Queen.
I'm not a Queen fan. I mean, I guess when Freddie Mercury died,
Yeah, The Departed is not really that great either, but I think that was one of those cumulative, they got to give Scorsese awards
Right.
finally because of Raging Bull and
Now,
Goodfellas.
now I'd like to take it away for vinyl. Please. Go back and just pull it out of his hands.
Was vinyl bad or good?
Terrible.
Terrible, really? Oh, wow. I can't wait to wear it. Watch it. Sorry.
I'm gonna keep trying, but I was very disappointed in the first episode.
All right.
2007, No Country for Old Men won. Rotten Tomatoes says Juno.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well,
That's crazy.
No Country for Old Men is a fucking masterpiece.
Yes.
And it beat really another masterpiece, and There Will Be Blood.
Yes, the two best movies of the decade shot at the same time in the same state. So I'm no longer a comedian. I'm just letting it out now that I'm a real, just Rain Man nerd.
Now, which of the two do you prefer?
I like No Country better, but those are the two best movies I think of that decade.
What about you, Chris? It's a tough call. I'd probably go back and forth on this one.
It's really hard.
I think There Will Be Blood for me, and I love them both.
It's
but
certainly
I think-
more quotable. You know what I mean?
There Will Be Blood.
One of the funniest lines ever is when he's like, is HW okay? He goes, no, he isn't. It's such a great delivery. But one of those, a fun trivia, the production of No Country for Old Men was shut down for a day because of the explosion. The black smoke floated over into their shoot. So it's like these two tremendous movies were delayed because of each other.
It was the same area where they shot Giant, and a justice, a Supreme Court judge, just died. Was right in this. That was where they shot on that ranch for both those movies.
That's crazy.
Well, family business. I've got a napkin over my head.
Yes,
you
I
look
do.
like a fool, don't you?
That's like one of the few impressions I can do.
It's great though,
yeah.
because that thing that's somebody who's trying to bust someone's balls but has no idea how to sit and do it.
Reaches across the room.
You got to put that in your new album.
Yeah, I'll put it in there. I do two impressions. That one and the Jetsons vehicle, which I believe I might have done on the show at one point.
No. That's perfect.
Pretty
That's
flawless,
dead
everybody.
on.
I love that.
Yeah, that's all I have.
You're going to hear that next Saturday, February 27th at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. Joe's recording his new album for Comedy Central. Go to heliumcomedy.com for tickets and more information at Joe List Comedy on Twitter.
The album is called There Will Be Laughs.
Yes, there will.
I had a one-man show called There Will Be Pigs.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I did it a few times, and then Colin Quinn, my dear friend, if I may name drop, it was in reference to, do I have time to tell a quick story?
You have all the time in the world. I'll go run late.
Great. Well, like my previous girlfriend, it was a whole thing. She was breaking up with me, and she was like, I don't want you to, have sex with other women. And I was like, you're breaking up with me. This is crazy. And then she was crying, and she was like, I know, but there's gonna be pigs. And she referred to these other girls as pigs. I thought it was funny. There will be. And then the one-man show went off into me acquiring some sexually transmitted diseases after my breakup, and I won't do the whole show. It was like an hour show. But I named the show There Will Be Pigs. I thought it was funny, and Colin Quinn came and watched it and gave me notes, and he's like, the show's great, you're a genius, you're the most brilliant comedian I've ever seen. Those are quotes. And then he said, the name is horrific. He's like, you're referring to these innocent women as pigs? He's like, it doesn't even make sense. He's like, if I didn't know you, I would think you were the biggest piece of shit misogynist. He's like, I don't even understand how your brain thought that was acceptable to call a show. And he's like, and it's not even like a significant part. And I was like, I thought it was funny that she's crying and says there will be. He's like, that's insane. He's like, it's a reference to a movie that there's no other references to. He's like, it's ridiculous. And it was really, he really just, like a manager and an umpire, he was like in my face, kicking dirt on me, just being like, you're a moron. And so I just stopped doing the show because it hurt so much. But you ever have those things where someone tells you and you're like, oh yeah, that is banana. Yeah. He's like, you're not a guy who calls women pigs. Right. And I was like, I guess, yeah. Shit.
I think the thing is that now conversation could become your next one-man show. Colin Quinn catching you flat-footed.
Right.
Because you had no idea how this would look on a playbill.
And that I was thrilled about it. I had the whatever you call it, the font of There Will Be Blood. And I was like, There Will Be Pigs. I'm like, huh? Right, guys? These women that had sex with me? Pigs!
Next Saturday, February 27th, at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. Joe List is recording his new album for Comedy Central. Go to heliumcomedy.com for tickets and more information. And Joe's podcast, Tuesdays with Stories, is available on iTunes.
I imagine because I just looked at you right after, and I haven't looked at you for a while, that you thought I was going back to that. But you had stopped in 2006.
2007, actually.
2007.
2008, Slumdog Millionaire is what won, and Milk was what Rotten Tomatoes had.
I think this is when we at the risk of offense. I think this is when we crossed into the political correct overshoot of like an Indian movie and a gay movie. We got to give it.
Yeah,
we don't know what to do
to
here. I don't think either one of those movies are particularly great.
No, I saw them both, and I was disappointed by both of those movies. First of all, just like in There Will Be Pigs, there wasn't any milk in Milk. And I was just,
not one drop.
No, and I was like, we were driving, I'm like, they're probably going to have chocolate milk, and, they have the strawberry flavored milks, and, there's coconut milk.
Almond milk.
There's soy milk.
Yeah.
And just driving back, I don't know what the fuck I wasted.
Yeah, I thought it was about missing children in the 80s. But,
Wish.
That was a stretch. Sorry, everybody. Quinn were here. He'd really give you the business.
That was like a gay rights movie that was pretty much afraid to show the gays living out anything besides this one thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it didn't
it was
seem
too safe for you.
Yeah, it was exactly. You didn't really show the gay lifestyle or a gay person just being normal and not political. Right. You know?
Somebody did the bit, I forget whose joke it is. Somebody does the joke, maybe it was a tweet where they were like, I saw this movie Milk. It's about this like American hero who shoots a gay okay, Becker. I forget whose joke that is.
See, this is why college screams at you.
It's not my joke. It's not my joke, everybody. And but whoever it was wearing blackface. And whose joke is that? Somebody. All right. Anyways,
2009, The Hurt Locker won. Rotten Tomatoes says Up.
I never saw Up. I can't watch a cartoon. I just can't sit there and watch those.
Only Pixar I've ever seen was the first Toy Story. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
You didn't see Wall-E?
No.
I got dragged out to see Wall-E.
Yeah.
With adults, and I It was a 10 o'clock showing, and the room is going insane. They're laughing so hard. They're so happy. I'm just like, I feel like it's a Saturday morning.
Now, what about Roger Rabbit, one of the great movies of all time? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
But do you ever rewatch it to this day?
Not in a long time, but it's a great movie because it's kind of L.A. noir and it's funny and there's cartoons in there.
But that is the thing of cartoon. They're just parroting something that happened.
Right.
You know? I get it. Bugs Bunny did that. Bugs Bunny did everything that they did in Roger Rabbit years before.
Mm-hmm.
You got enough.
2010, The King's Speech won. And Toy Story 3 is what Rotten Tomatoes had.
XPU.
King's Speech is not worth watching either.
No.
I mean, I thought it was great. He had a stutter.
Yeah.
You know?
Stutters are funny.
Yeah.
2011, The Artist, that lined up with Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that the silent film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw. I feel silent movies the way you feel about cartoons. What am I doing?
So you've never gone back and watched any of the great silent films?
No, Chaplin I'll watch, but not in 2011. I'm sorry.
What you need is a dub. Like, hey, what are you doing? Stop chasing me,
Ow! I can't watch a new silent movie, you know?
A lot of screams.
I enjoyed it. I saw it at the Paris Theater, and it was a very nice night, but I've never rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I remember seeing it and thinking, oh, this seems like some fucking like world where we never figured out how to get sound to transmit, but we did get pictures. What's weird is I don't understand either one. I don't know how they possibly.
It's impossible.
Either one of those.
Fucking shooting images to other places all over the world.
Doesn't make sense. And like those, like we're looking at TV, that's happening right now.
How?
Those people are talking and we see them.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2012, Argo lined up with Rotten Tomatoes.
I hated Argo.
I enjoyed it. I don't think it's a great movie, but I enjoyed it.
Here's what I hate about it. None of those things happened that they said, and then they say it's a true story.
I think that it really got spoiled for me because it's not like I was loving it, but I was kind of like following the story, and I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. And then when I left and immediately reading people saying none of that shit happened at all, and I was like, what? I felt very tricked.
Is that right? None of that happened?
None of it happened that way, and it was all really Canada getting us out. And Canada goes, why would you take this thing that we did away from us?
Right.
We did this.
Oh, interesting.
We risked our people.
And there was
Through
no
diplomatic-
showdown.
Huh?
There was no showdown, right?
There was
there
no
was
showdown.
Like the running to the plane and all that never happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, none of that ever happened. They made up fake Canadian things and gave it to them. And then Canada and their diplomats risked their lives to do this for us. And we just made up the rest of it like fucking a bunch of Beneflex.
But John Goodman was involved, right?
I don't think that it was either the John Goodman character didn't exist or the other guy didn't exist. One of them didn't exist. Iraq never tried to call the fake movie company the way that they said. I mean, Iraq really was a good guy to us at the time. That's how we are over there. Those are at one time Afghanistan was
we
our
were great.
friends.
We were tight with them.
Yeah.
I got a huge laugh. I mean, I laughed so hard at the end of Argo where they show the real person and the actor.
Yeah.
And they show everyone looks really similar, and then they show the real Ben Affleck, and he's like a short, fat Latino guy.
Yeah.
And then it's Ben Affleck. I'm like, clearly they should have got, Louis J. Gomez to play this part or something.
Louis J. Gomez could have used the work too.
Yes, still could. You could use, babysitting work. Anyway.
He was too busy making out with Big J
that's
at
yucky.
the time.
2013
That's yucky.
was 12 Years a Slave that won, and Rotten Tomatoes had Gravity.
I got no time for either one of those.
Yeah.
2014,
What's your
Birdman.
hurry? Why are you speeding through this? Go ahead.
2014, Birdman won. Rotten Tomatoes had Selma.
I wasn't a fan of either one of those movies. Maybe I don't like movies at all. I'm starting to figure out. I just don't enjoy them.
It's been a rough couple decades.
Yeah.
There's been some good ones. Yeah, but 07 had those two movies.
Has there been a movie that we really love since 07? I mean, love?
God, what was the last movie you really were floored by?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I can't think.
Ooh.
What was the last What was the last Paul Thomas Anderson?
Inherent Vice, which I dug.
Yeah, I like that. The Master was probably
I love
even
that
more
movie.
so that.
But a lot of people hated both of those.
Oh, what about Inside Llewyn Davis? That was fun.
The thing is, I didn't like Llewyn himself.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like he was a creep and not an artist at all. The exact opposite of what an artist is. He was lazy. He didn't write his own music, and he didn't appreciate the music that he was ripping off. To me, the biggest scene in that movie is that when he was making fun of the old lady who actually was from the hills of fucking Tennessee, lived that music, had a song, and he was heckling her. And that's why I was so glad that he got beat up by an old country man. Not even by a young guy. Just like a guy who's like 80. Fucked him up on the street.
We should all make a movie.
Well, I would like
do
to.
it.
I would like to, I would like it to be called There'll Be More Blood. And the thing is, the deaf kid grows up, gets his hearing back.
Oh, shit.
Right through an operation, and finds that he keeps acting more like his dad all the time.
Perfect.
It's a family business.
You can't speak.
Yes, no one will hit you anymore.
Give me the blood, Eli. Let me get out of here.
It was Paul.
Some steak and milk is all we need to get your hearing back.
Whatever the great line goes, if I find out you've been lying to me, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to take more than my money back. Is that all right with you? There's nothing cooler, sexier, funner than threatening a person and then asking their permission to ride it out.
Is that all right with you?
I'm going to take my money back. Is that all right with you? Paul Dano, amazing. He just made a movie that's about to come out.
What is it?
It's called Touched by Fire, I believe. And Katie Holmes is getting good reviews, and I think it's the first time he's made a movie. I'm excited about it. He's an artist.
He directed it?
Yeah.
Well, I've had him on the show before.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a real big fan. But I thought that he should have won the Oscar last year for playing Brian Wilson. He didn't even get nominated.
Yeah.
And he's fucking amazing in this.
Yeah.
Amazing. When's this coming out? It's got 6.4.
February 12th or something like that?
Yeah, February 12th, so it's out in limited release.
That's the past.
It
It already came out.
It's out.
Yeah.
Right now.
February 12th.
Oh, we missed it.
Week.
Come on. Fuck.
Damn it.
It's ruined.
Yeah.
People tell me I look like Paul Dano every once in a while.
Is that right?
People have said that. I
People
don't know.
stop you on the street and go, Paul Dano?
No, they say you look like Paul Dano.
Is it Dano? I think I've been saying Dano.
I've been saying Dano.
I think I say Dano, right? We had him on the air.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What did you say? Dano?
I called him Dan.
Dan Paulo?
Yeah. He likes the movie. Paulo's here. So what's this Touched by Fire about?
I have no idea. I just keep seeing the posters and it says Masterpiece, 4 stars, Paul Dano.
2 manic depressives meet in a psychiatric hospital and begin a romance that brings out all the beauty and horror of their condition.
Wow, that sounds like my relationship. Replace whatever with a green room, and that's my wedding. Touched by fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Touched by herpes. Sorry.
It's weird when people decide that you look like someone.
Yes.
Because it's nothing that you've done, and then you immediately take interest in that other person.
Yeah, you're like,
hey, that is good.
I actually think she's pretty attractive as well.
Sally, you ever get said that you look like anybody?
Oh, Fez used to say when I had longer hair, I looked like Russell Crowe. Which was really
I can see that a little bit.
Which is really always strange to me.
I can see Russell Crowe with a gambling addiction. I would say, yeah.
I've seen you with long hair.
Yeah.
Now, did he just quietly say it to you?
No, he said. I think he said it on the air a couple times too. Like he was really really thought this. He brought it up to me
why I don't remember it
for years.
I'm
every now and then.
I can see it.
In the eyes, perhaps.
Yeah, on the eyes.
Thank you.
And
yeah.
You do have crow eyes.
Yeah. Definitely in the eyes, not the body whatsoever, but the eyes very little bit.
Oh, I thought that's what he meant. You have the body of Russell Crowe.
Well, he does have the body of Australia, if that works at all. But when you lay down and you tuck in your...
Oh, yeah, I see it. I get it.
Oh, wow. I stand corrected.
That can't be a real thing. Since when he gained a bunch of weight.
Oh, wow. That's Russell Crowe, 8 months pregnant.
Wow. Yeah, he really holds it all in the middle there.
Wow. Well, that's the alcoholism when you get that kind
right.
of, you know.
Just all round gut.
Yeah, no one calls that a cereal belly. That's just pure alcohol. That's
now
so
we all
fucking funny.
I get it now. Yeah. There you go. And you also wear those cool shorts like he does.
Oh yeah. That's my thing.
Now, Joey, does anybody say that you look like anybody?
Andy Samberg.
No, you sound and you rip off Andy Samberg.
Yeah, he's great. He does a great job. I do honestly get Andy Samberg quite a bit.
But he got there first with that personality.
I know. So what's that for me then? What does that mean?
Well, why don't you try to create your own rather than act like Andy Samberg? Because you can tell he doesn't look like him. But every joke that he does has an Andy Samberg ring to it. It's not like he stole the material, but he did steal the persona.
He's living his life like it's a digital short. I mean, that's what fucking Joe does.
You say that every day to me.
In the summer, he puts on his digital shorts and goes to the beach. Tito, anybody ever say you look like anyone?
Yeah, just like fat people, and then this one wrestler, Kevin Owens, I get a lot. Like, I went to a show dressed as him, and like everybody was like, "Oh, you guys do look alike. That's good."
Let's say Kevin Owens.
Oh wow!
Sure.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah,
This is
definitely.
a burly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I get like anytime there's just any category that somebody can stick you in, they're like, that's what you look like.
Right.
For girls, it's like anyone with dark hair.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you look like some other chick who has dark hair and bangs. Oh, okay. That's who you look like. Like, if you actually look at this person, facially, we look nothing alike. Well, maybe we both have blue eyes and dark hair.
Yeah.
That's all that they say.
I've gotten young John Cusack a lot, like Stand By Me John Cusack.
Oh.
We have large foreheads.
I get Chairman Mao all the time, and I don't.
I see it.
Not crazy about that.
But
That's
your
'cause I-
personality.
Well, and I tape my eyes back, literally with Scotch tape, and I wear the same Hillary Clinton jacket.
Now, do you ever go out with yellow face? Is that acceptable?
Yes, it is. I think it's fine, particularly if it was just piss. You know, and that's trying to get Gail off the swing set, and that's
you
called a
for that.
callback in this business.
I love a callback.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like when people write their own callbacks.
Yeah.
And then act like, but that goes, but you know, there's my callback. Hope you enjoy it.
To myself.
Yeah.
I like a callback. I like a local reference as well. You ever hear the old comedy adage, the bit where the comic comes into town and he goes, "Hey man, I got like a look." This makes me laugh every time. He's like, he's talking to the local comics. He's like, "Hey man, like I have a joke I need to reference. Is there like a gay bar, like a famous gay bar?" And the person's like, "Oh yeah, there's the the toolbox." And he goes, "Cool. Do you know if they have any like drink specials on Saturday afternoon or anything like that?" It's a fun bit, you see, because he's looking to go to the gay bar, folks. It makes it seem like.
But it's even funny that someone's, because those jokes are, like, not even jokes. It'll always be like, I just got into town. I don't know. Last night I went to this bar called the Toolbox, and then everyone laughs. And that's really his joke. That's the end of the joke.
Right.
You know it. You know it's
Right.
bar.
Yeah.
Everyone completely falls for it. Now, here's the worst thing that you can ever do is do a local reference and pronounce it wrong.
Right.
Those people will never give you the time of day again.
Yeah, now you've ruined it.
They're fucking done with you. They're like, you don't even know who we are. It's like you ever been with a girl, like it's a one-night stand, and she'll say to you, like, you don't even know my name. And you're like, what? What are you starting this for? Like, you're not going to say, no, I have no idea of your name.
Fuck that.
Which you probably would be able to save it if you could actually just say it, but it would be insane, so you would probably just lie. Of course, dummy.
Well, we had the great Joe List in here today, but we do got to wrap this up. We're 15 minutes late.
Oh, boy.
All because he needed to tell that goddamn story.
Sorry. Which story?
I forget, but you said, do I have enough time?
Oh, right. That was the There Will Be Pigs.
Oh, There Will Be Pigs.
Yeah, we went so long I could have done the whole show, I think.
You know what? But here's the deal. I love that story. It's now my favorite Joe List story.
Oh, great. Thank
Mainly
you.
because I picture this slowly dawning on you as Colin, but knowing that you've already put the poster out there and all the work.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Right.
Cancel the show.
Well, yeah, if he had just said it like, I don't know about the name, I would have been like, what is this dumb no.
Yeah.
But the passion and conviction, I was like, oh, I am a moron.
Well, let's face it, what does Colin Quinn know about one-man shows and how to put them on?
Nothing. Joe List has been in studio. Joe List is recording his new album for Comedy Central next Saturday, February 27th at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo, New York. Go to heliumcomedy.com for tickets and more information. On Twitter, it's at Joe List Comedy and Joe's podcast. Tuesdays with Stories is available now on iTunes.
And people of upstate New York, he does so much Buffalo Bill material.
Oh, yeah.
He does The Birth of the Chicken Wings is one of my favorite things that you do.
Such a good bit.
Anchor Bar.
Yeah. Boy, 4 jokes in a row bomb. That reminds me of You Know Who. Hi, boys. Folks. Come on.
That's it for us. See y'all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!